Yeah.
All right. Hello. It's Wednesday. I know we've been on the air a couple times this last week doing other things that weren't D&D, but this is mostly what we do. We are the Initiative Syndicate, and we're going to play Dungeons and Dragons tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be continuing our campaign that we've been playing for, it's been almost a year.
Almost.
Next month.
Now. We started in August.
We started
in August?
Yeah.
We started like August.
August 10th, I think. I think
that.
Is this the anniversary?
This might be the anniversary.
It's 2 days before.
2 days
Well,
before?
we're not going to be playing in 2 days, so...
Yeah, it's not going to be
Will
the same.
we?
Happy 1 year anniversary to us, guys, gals, everybody.
Yeah, it's anniversary.
Bravo.
Woo, we made it.
Anniversary stream.
Hey.
And with that...
We level up.
Yeah!
Damn.
Darn.
Tried.
Good try. We're going to do a brief recap of last week's session. And then we're gonna get into it. Basically, last week, about the only thing that happened, you guys were traveling down through the Nivix tunnels, and you guys found a mimic colony, and you fought some mimics, and you won. The end. That was pretty much
Took a lot of damage.
last week's session, in a nutshell.
Only got hit once, and I took like 32 damage.
Yeah. We're gonna get into the to the session. I took the map off because it's no longer going to be relevant for the next part.
Cool.
Interesting.
There's only like one more tunnel that's going to basically lead you guys out. So.
Well, you bet your ass I'm be doing door stuff and.
I wouldn't put two
Chest
mimic
stuff.
colonies in the same dungeon, would I?
Or would I?
It's a year anniversary. Anything could happen.
It is the 1 year anniversary. Anything could happen. You're right.
Goblin mimics. Gomlick mind flayer mimics.
That's a good idea. That's a thank you. That's a great idea.
It's like goblin.
It's like they don't
statue
know.
that turns into a mimic.
But their canteen is full of rotten gravy as a mimic. And every time they offer it to somebody, it bites their head off.
I like it.
Sounds like
I made it up, so I want that to be my
I think you can use it.
yes.
That works for me.
My mimic
Sidekick is a mimic, or is a
My
mind flayer.
sidekick is a
My
mimic.
co-pilot's a mimic.
Okay, so you guys are pretty beat up after the experience with the mimics.
So what do you think, Aaron? Oh, nice. Thanks for showing up.
So what would you guys like to do now? Would you like to continue down the tunnel, or do you want to...
I would like to change my panties.
Okay.
I think I might heal myself a little bit for you.
Do we want to take a short rest because
Oh, that
Alvin
could be
got beat up
possible
very
too.
badly?
Yeah, I could go
We
for
could
a
do
short
that.
rest. And I'd just like to say you're welcome for checking for him. That's what a mimic is.
Oh no,
I
that
knew
was
you were-
awesome.
You were
I
worried
mean,
about my checking everything.
oh no, that's fine. It's just not my usual method of checking.
How do you normally check?
So I reach into my bag and I pull out a bag of small stones, and then I cast reanimate on them and fly them around a little bit, and then shoot them like bullets at the wall until there's like little pinhole holes in the wall.
Well, why the
That's
hell
how I
have I
usually-
been checking when you got flying rocks?
You seem like you're having a good time with it.
I'll let
I
you do it
did-
from now on.
I did try to offer, and you told me to stand back, so I did. I mean, I guess I didn't really think about it. Fighting those things with, just swords looks like it could be annoying.
Yeah, because you gotta, like, after a while, you gotta keep on pushing, and then you're,
I mean-
balls deep in the mimic, and
Did you actually see balls on any of those mimics?
yeah, the chest had the little dangly bits. So you know, like, when a chest opens and you got that thing that hangs
So were
down.
they chestnuts? Yes. That's why I'm a part of the group.
Desperation.
Do I get inspiration for that one? That's awesome. You fed it to me.
I'm going to say no.
I fucking hate this game.
Yeah, but I could go for a short rest, personally.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's fine.
Like, how long have we been going? Can we take?
I think we've been going for like an hour since we woke up.
Yeah,
This is like our third room.
Is that one called the MD or M21D?
I don't know.
If it's not, I'm connecting to someone else's Vizio right now. And
Wait, there's more than one?
Yeah,
I
I have
have-
3 of them showing up here.
What the?
Well, someone's probably sad that I'm turning this music up and down. That's all I'm saying.
The M21D is upstairs.
Aha! Well, it's connected upstairs. Connect. Which one's this one? The V51?
Should be.
Okay, let's try that.
I'll see numbers on it instead.
You might have to turn the hit the where's the
Neighbor's just very confused.
It was probably just jamming upstairs. Like, sounds all creepy upstairs. I wonder what's going on. I'm just trying to make a sandwich.
Yeah.
Why is it so dramatic?
Yeah.
It's just the opening of a horror movie. It's fine.
You should be connected now.
There we go.
Much better.
Now we're immersed.
Now we can go home. Show's over. All right. So, all of you are attempting to get a short rest then.
Yes.
I'm going to keep watch. I don't really. Oh no, I do need a short rest. I forgot.
Sure.
Okay. How long would you like to rest for?
Just need an hour.
So now that's all we need, I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
All right. Someone roll a D8 and a D12 to see if anything strange happens, and I will check my notes.
Good D12.
So we just rest in one
Got
hour.
Yeah.
A D8 and a D12?
Yeah, D8 and a D12. And tell me what the total is.
9.
9. You hear, while you're sitting there, being a little bit on edge, some of the steam pipes and the electrical lines that are sort of running through the thing begin to crackle and hiss. One of the bolts on one of the steam vent pipes actually like pops off, and you see a little bit of steam coming out. The pulsating you see on the lines that run the blister coil energy, both the red and the blue lines, seem to be throbbing and pulsating in a brighter tone than it was when you first came in. It almost seems more intense, as if more energy is being drawn.
So while we're sitting here in the short rest,
Other than that, nothing
and this
happens.
is going on, I'd like to. I guess I really don't even have to try it. I mean, just because I'm a bard, but everybody gets a 1d6 extra hit points back.
Dope.
Nice.
And it says, at the end of the short rest, by spending one or more hit dice, each of those creatures regains one extra 1d6 of hit points.
Nice.
I need to do a short rest too.
Get some spell slots back. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh. Oh shoot. I think I'm just going to use...
Okay.
I'm going to bring tinsel out
Okay.
and
I think Benji died. We moved him back too.
yeah.
Okay.
He got whacked by a mimic.
In the mimic's defense, he was breathing fire.
He was breathing fire.
That was amazing.
It was pretty good. He got 4 mimics in one shot, so.
Bless you.
Bless
Bless you.
Thanks. Save that. And then we get an extra d6. On top of that.
I'm back up to full.
Me too.
I didn't want to burn all my short rests. I don't think so. Maybe I should do one more.
Oh, and how are you looking?
Oh, I haven't rolled yet. But we can continue.
Did you heal what I got you like last week?
1.
What?
1.
I gave you like 42 HP.
How'd you give me 42?
Alright.
I burned a 5th level cure
I'm
wound.
9 less than my.
Oh, I thought you
42.
I thought you just
I'm fine.
stabilized me.
Nope.
No, he.
I can't do
he-
that.
He burned 8.
Bill's the only one that has the ability to do 1 HP.
And you're welcome.
I think that's right. Let me double
I
check.
thought you did spare the
He's
die.
like, Bill's
He
like,
did,
and
but
you
then I
did,
totally
and then I healed
deserve
you.
this. What is it?
Yep.
I mean,
It saves you from dying, and you know, 10's not gonna do much
the,
more than
the
1.
only difference
You're
it's
not
gonna
wrong.
make is I'm still taking a short rest. It's just a matter of hit
You-
die.
You have 42 HP.
Gross.
So you have 42 HP to start with.
Well, you're down in the tunnels doing your rest and tending to some wounds, looking over your spell books, keeping an eye out for any other things that might be mimics. In the tunnel that is the direction, not that you came from, but the direction that you were going, you hear what sounds like whispers. You're not quite sure what they're saying, but you definitely hear voices coming in the tunnel ahead of you.
Is that new?
Can we hear what kind of language it is?
You're not even really exactly sure what they're saying to even determine what language it is.
Should we like hide in case they're coming our direction? Or are we just gonna?
That's true.
Good. Like,
Is there anything to hide behind in case we decide to do that?
There are some stalactites that aren't mimics,
tights are out.
are mites.
Mites. Well,
Pointy
sure.
rock things.
From the ground.
Things that are on the ground that are made of rocks.
Through it in the ground.
Okay. Do we want to hide, or do we want to?
Do like a horror game, hide in those lockers.
Yeah.
Did you say hide? And I'm gone.
Bonus action, hide.
Sucky.
Are there any barrels nearby?
Can I make a perception check to see if it sounds like the voices are coming closer to us, or if they're...
Yeah, go ahead and make a
Away.
perception check.
11.
You believe so.
That they're coming closer?
They are not moving at a hurried pace, but they are moving what you think sounds like is coming closer to your direction.
Can I have Benji listen for
You hear
them?
at least 3 distinct voices
Because he
now.
has advantage on hearing perception.
All
See
right,
if they can
so-
understand what they're saying.
We know what direction they're coming from.
Mhm. They're coming from the direction that you are heading.
Okay, so I would like to
Uh-oh.
sneak up from where we're at. Is there like a bend around the corner?
Yes.
So I would like to go right before, like, if there's a bend, I'd like right before the bend, where they would come around the bend to us.
Yeah, so you kind of walk through the little like opening where the mimic door was.
Yes.
That is no longer there.
I want to go there before before they could like come around the corner and see us. But like right when they come around the corner, I'm going to take my bag of ball bearings and I'm going to put them on the ground.
Okay.
And then on the other side of that, like have the little patch of ball bearings. I don't think I need all of them. I think I got like 100 ball bearings, but enough of them. You know, piss on it, all of them, just in case covered a big area. Then I want to take my rope. Is there anywhere where I can stretch it?
Yeah, you should be able to tie it to one of the rocks.
So I want to the ball bearings, and then like right in front of the ball bearings, like if they lose their like right into the rope. So stretch the rope out, tied it as like a little tripwire.
Some real wily coyote
Yes.
trap going on.
So you're gonna try and catch this runner today, huh? What's gonna happen?
On my rope it says Acme.
All right.
I'll take a little. I'll take a book out of my pouch, and while he's doing all this, I'll just set it down right where the bend is, and cast minor illusion.
Okay.
And I'll make it look like a little girl with pigtails, just kind of standing there, covering her mouth, and I'll try to mimic a little girl laughing. Try to get him to come around the corner.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so that's what I was going to do. I was going to do one of my magical tinkering. Okay.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. So you all sort of try to find a way to keep yourselves out of direct sight other than the weird little girl. And you have your little booby trap set up. I'm going to make a dexterity check as the voices get a little bit closer to see.
When you say booby trap, all I can think of is Gadget from, I think that's his name, from the Goonies.
Data.
Data from Goonies.
That's what I said. I said booty trap.
I said booby trap.
I think of that movie Your Highness when they're running away and they're like, Booby trap. And then topless
Ooh,
woman
not
running
so
after
good.
him.
So,
Almost
you
like
see
some-
very, very
No?
hesitantly, you see a Viashino wearing mage's robes and looks to be like some garb of the Izzet. So they've got like the chemster gauntlets with the energy streams running up their arms into a chemster backpack, and they're holding this. It almost looks like one of those flamethrower water steam cannons you guys seen earlier when you were dealing with the Izzet. And very nervously, they're kind of walking through. Through some act of God, they manage to walk over all of the ball bearings and not step on one of them, and then and they step over the rope as well. I rolled really good on my dex, but it's not because they're intentionally doing it. It's more like they're just walking and they just happen to be that graceful. However, the other two people, the Viashino kind of turns and looks and sees this little girl with the pigtails and goes, "Are you okay?" And he kind of stops, and when he does, the other ones kind of stop. And as soon as they do, the one puts their foot down, and you just hear this and they're like skittling and scratching across the floor. And the one moves and falls into the Viashino, who falls on the ground and then thus trips over the rope. And then you hear another one coming up like, "Are you guys okay?" And then he kind of does a whole Home Alone thing, like on the Matchbox cars, and falls flat on his back.
So I feel like when
you
this all
see
happens,
three, as this happens, you kind of see three Izzets in the doorway. A human female with dark blonde hair, probably shoulder length. She's got part of it shaved off on the side, and the other half of it's real long. She's wearing what looks to be like some sort of a monocle, but you know that this is it's like a monocle of identification that's used for Izzet things. She's dressed up more like a researcher, like a lab researcher, not so much as an enforcer or a caster, but she definitely is a mage. You see the Viashino is clearly some sort of a female enforcer, like a bodyguard or they're trained to sometimes put out fires or start them, kind of the same thing. And you know this to be a chemster mage. And the other person with him is a Vidalcan male. He actually looks to be very young, like maybe 10 or 11, maybe. And he just looks like he's wearing normal Izzet clothes. He's not a lab assistant. He's not a chemster. He's just wearing like basically they're like blue and red robes.
I figure once they fall down, like Skriz looks at Rocky like if they're hidden apart, and he pulls like the Kevin McAllister.
So the Viashino is more concerned about frightening the little girl. Little girl, how did you get down here? Are you okay? Not realizing that it's an illusion.
So is the backs turned to us?
They fell through the door.
Okay, fell through the door. We're on the other side of the
Mhm.
door. So like
They don't see you immediately because you're kind of like hiding. All they see is this little.
But are we within range? If we jumped out, could we?
Like they came through the door. You were holding a rope on the other side of the door, so you're right there.
In kind of unison, I will kind of rush out because I assume I like to be in the front row for whatever reason and die first. I'll rush out and instantly grab the person in the lab coat by the neck and cast Thaumaturgy, and with this like deep voice, just ask for them to. I don't know how to do a really super deep voice, but where's your leader? And
So-
it's in Thaumaturgy.
While he does that, I touch Elvin, and I make him every time he talks, like it admits like he has the worst bad breath on the face of the planet. So it's just like
Well,
Like-
there goes your intimidation check.
Yeah.
I want
Or maybe
him. I
you
want
should
him to
give
like
more.
answer his question so fast because they want him to let him go because his breath is so rank. It smells like if you dug to a porta john after a like softball tournament weekend in the middle of July, and it would be worse than that.
So specific.
The Viashino tries to hold up the cannon in your direction as you're pulling them up, and doesn't have enough time to actually get it pointed at your face, and as your breath just reeks of Limburger cheese and ass. It basically smells just like you've been eating stale ass all day.
But he doesn't.
You went to the graveyard, dug up some dead bodies, and then put your tongue
It's
in
like
their
you
booty
ate
holes.
Harvey's ass.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like still in unison. I mean, I'm willing to choke the life out of this person
Okay.
till I get an answer.
I think your breath's doing it.
What is your issue?
Where is Ichabod?
Ichabod. He's up in the tower.
Are they lying? Crit.
They seem too fearful to be telling lies. These are not trained soldiers. These are bookworms.
So after I get my answer, I snap that girl's neck.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Whoa, that was a human, right? The
the
female
whoever the
was a
doctor
human?
is, or the
Oh,
lab coat
I
person.
thought you grabbed the
Yeah,
Viashino.
no, the lab coat person.
Got it. So you're killing the human.
Yeah, just snapping her neck instantly as soon as I get my answer.
Make a strength check.
Okay. Give myself guidance. 17.
Yeah. So you kill her and she falls to the ground.
You ask one question and then you snap a neck? What the hell?
I say nothing. I go over to the little illusion and I tap its head and say, "Thanks, Bimby."
So, baby.
Mhm.
Harvey, baby.
The Veldikant and the Viashino are. The Viashino begins to point its cannon at you. That was completely unnecessary.
I don't say anything.
We're just passing through.
I guess at this point he sees us all, right?
Did you all come out?
Yeah. After he snapped his, I'm like, what?
Yeah, I think we're all
Like,
kind of.
and I'm bringing out the Izzet, like my Izzet guild badge. Like, what the hell did you just do? Like that way they can see, like, that I'm Izzet also. Like, are you with Ichabod?
He just killed our friend.
I
You're
don't
no
know.
friend of Izzet.
Huh?
You're no friend of Izzet.
Excuse me?
One of our kind is dead because of his hand.
Look, hold on. Are you with Ichabod or are you hiding from him?
We're running from the situation.
You just killed.
Why would you do that?
Oh my god!
They're scared.
Can we like spare the dime this lady or something, or?
I can try. I'll try casting spare the time.
Jesus.
Way to just jump to conclusions. Now her neck's laying sideways.
But she's alive.
She's already excavated her bowels right there, so
She
shit.
failed 3 death saves in the time that it took you to
Yep.
realize that she was friendly.
She failed?
Yep, she's dead.
Well, we're gonna have to go to true resurrection then.
Or just revivify.
What kind of a monster did you
I don't
bring
have
in
that.
here?
And you wonder why I don't like you.
I mean, that was pretty harsh.
That was a little much.
Like, where did that come from? You have anger issues.
Again, saying nothing. Just straight face, ready to move on.
I think that hammer's doing something to him. Or whatever it is now.
I begin to step over the body I just snapped the neck of and start walking towards the tunnel.
Think we
Ignore
should
it.
just let him go.
Ignoring him. So, I don't know what the hell's up with him. Do you have any information? We're trying to help, believe it or not.
You would forgive me for saying I don't believe you.
No, I don't blame you at all whatsoever.
We are going on our way now, thank you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And then I just really awkwardly walk away.
Alright, let's head this way, breakneck speed. Too soon?
Inspiration.
So it was worth it.
Yeah. You know, this one piece of inspiration was
Guess
just
that the lack of all information.
Yeah,
you
we
could've
could have
given
got
us.
a lot more. they might have helped us.
Man, that whole tone changed, didn't it?
Jeez. Calm down, macho man.
Yeah, I really hope those
Yeah,
guys were
we-
affected by
we
it
beat
like the
up some
powers.
defenseless scientists. So tough.
Probably had like 7 hit.
Don't
points.
worry, I'm sure they're infected by intellect devourers. I just had a feeling.
Well, the head didn't blow up and the intellect devour didn't come out of it, so...
Yet.
Maybe it was just waiting until we left.
You guys are kind of watching. Nothing.
I'm keeping
Whoops.
I'm keeping his bad breath in, just for that move. But now he has to smell his bad breath.
Grizz, did you know any of them from your time in the Isn't?
That was my mom.
My best friend, Gary.
That was my best friend, Janelle.
Oh man, I'm sorry for your loss.
I know. I am gonna play it off like I did know her. Like, we grew up together. I remember.
What was it like? What did you and Janelle like to do together?
Neck exercise.
Well, apparently she skipped out on a few days.
No, she was not very good.
Yeah, well, you could kind of tell.
She didn't have any upper body strength. But she always had her head up on me.
I can't give you any more inspiration. You only get it once.
You gotta stop. Save it for later.
Sorry.
Wait, use your inspiration and then.
Yes, I'll do
Let me make
it.
another joke.
I didn't know her, and I don't even know her name's Janelle.
Well, I guess we just keep going forward awkwardly in silence.
You know what's awkward?
Do you guys kind of like walk out of the room like when you kind of fart and then you leave the room? Just kind of like...
It's a vicious crop dust.
Yeah, he's the person with no shame. Everybody else is shamed by the fart that he left behind. It's just like, we're like, sorry for him. He had bad, his lunch was bad. He had Chipotle and Taco Bell and Skyline all at the same time. You're such.
So whoever's in the back, I'm assuming Liz is probably farther close to the back. I'm gonna sidle up to you and be like, I heard some shit, but is he normally that bad?
Not normally.
No? Okay.
I'm starting to wonder if that scoffbog is bad for him.
I'm wondering if
Yeah.
every death takes a little bit away from him.
Maybe.
He gets further away from being whatever he is every day.
I don't know.
That's all right. I'm not doing a podcast here or anything. Just make a lot of noise.
Testing the speakers. Did we go into the red?
But it works good.
That's probably
I
the
was
one
gonna
thing
say,
that
that's the
caused it
first
to go
mistake.
to
You
red.
think it's a speaker. Headphone check.
So, you awkwardly walk behind Elvin. Elvin just continues to carry on down the hallway.
When we're going through the door, I guess we just like step over her, like scoot, like pushing her to the side. It's like, excuse me.
I think Rocky's probably gonna apologize as he tiptoes over. I'm sorry about that. You probably can't hear me, but
So on the way out, I'm going to fall down, and like on the way, I'm like, oh shit! Like I trip over my ball bearings, and I do want to pick some of them up, but while I do it, I want to throw a little hand, Jesus, a couple of hands towards her pockets to see if I can find anything.
Make a stealth check. Sleight of hand.
Yes.
I just definitely see Skriz
God,
like
we-
trying to shut the door.
I
Her
saw it.
neck's
He's
like in the way.
teeter-tottering in the middle.
It went from a crit to 2, and I got a 10.
Are they reaching through the pockets?
I'm getting my ball bearings that are underneath her.
Just go.
Can I grab a couple more ball bearings?
They're yours. Yes.
Ugh. Then what are you worried about?
I feed your hands in her pockets.
They're in the way. I was reaching through them.
You see, the Vulcan starts like dragging the human down the tunnel.
It's like, that's easier because of me because she landed on my ball bearings. You know how that works? Science. Yeah, you're welcome.
Chris, I think we're making it worse. We should go.
Y'all have a good day. I collect the rest of my ball bearings that I can.
They don't even say anything. The small Vidalkin and the Viashino, they just walk in the hall. The little boy is like starting to cry, and the Viashino is is seemingly very upset dragging this body down the hallway.
Little boy, keep your head up.
Stepping that up a lid.
Okay, I'm done. I can't do this anymore. You set me up for this.
After another few moments down the tunnel, maybe another 50, 60 yards or so, you come around to a bend and you see more lights. The light color here seems to change from this sort of blue and red, purple sort of chamber-like that it was underground, leading into a set of steps that go up. And the lights here are more traditional sconces with yellow-orange flames. It leads up into a door. The door is large and metallic, and it has a big insignia of the Izzet on it. The door itself is made out of some sort of it looks like a rust material, but it's smooth and shiny. Gold and brass like fixtures on the door.
You know where this leads?
I want to investigate the door.
Make an investigation check.
And not with that dice. Oh, nice. 23.
The door itself is made from
Mimics.
various bits of metallic metal that you know as mysium. It's enchanted metal that only the Izzet make. They actually make the alloy to be turned into various different magical objects. So this door is not going to be one that you can just punch in or break down with a spell. You're going to need either the key to get in or another means of getting in.
I want to take my Izzet insignia and place it against the door. See.
There's a circular imprint underneath the door handle. Your insignia fits almost perfectly in it, and as you do, it lights up this blue beam of energy around the door, and the Izzet signal insignia on the front of the door illuminates with a blue and red light. It's almost blinding as it lights up. Then you hear the door click, unlocked.
So before we push it open, I want to let the party know of what I ran into with Ichabod with the other goblin, Squishy.
So you let them know that he got smashed.
Yes, and I let him know by what, and that it was Ichabod's creation that did it.
What's
I don't think I'd ever told him.
You
What
didn't.
happened?
So no, you just didn't come back.
So I informed him, I'm like, okay, guys, behind these doors, I don't know what's behind these doors, and I continue on to describe the big RoboCop-looking thing mechanism to them that squished Highball, whatever his name was, I forget.
Okay, so you let them know about that.
And then I'm like, and I think I start to mention what about the boogeyman story. But then at that time I just peter off and decide to arm the cod cannon.
Okay.
That way it's prepped to go in there. But no, I don't. I think about saying something and then I get sidetracked by arming the cannon, so I don't say anything about the Gix or anything.
Okay, so you just tell them about the underground facility and the machines that he made. While you're getting ready to walk in through this doorway, Nivix is normally very bustling, and you hear a lot of moving around. Normally, people coming to and fro as scholars, scientists, mages, even young students who attend and take classes here to learn various different things of magic and alchemy and artificing. It's very quiet on the other side of the door. You hear the sound of crackling and thunder off in the distance. You also hear the very faintest prickles of electricity and static like filling the air. It's almost so noticeable, it's sort of buzzing in all of your ears. As you're kind of looking as the door kind of is open, you see it almost looks like pulsating light. Not in any sort of rhythm, just pulsating on the other side of the door. You don't hear any people moving around though.
Before we walk through, also, I'm going to cast third level just to make sure. I'm going to cast third level. That's concentration, so I need to remember that. Heroism.
Okay.
On Rocky, Navenna, and Lizica. 3.
Okay.
Or is it 4?
3.
Okay, that's
V3. Lizica V3.
The L3. So yes, you all have heroism.
Okay.
So you get +3 to your temporary hit points, and you are immune to being frightened. And yeah, immune to being frightened and gain temporary hit points equal +3. So
Nice.
Ooh.
How long is the concentration on that?
Sorry, how many temp hit points?
concentration up to 1 minute. So we'll see what happens when we get on the other side of this door.
I mean, you can always hold it if something happens, so you don't have to waste the spell slot in case you don't need to.
And I'm going.
Can I hold it until we go through? And if
I would say that you could hold it for a specific or generic thing to happen, like someone's about to attack us.
like so, as soon as we go in, if we see somebody, if I see like looks like a bad situation, I could just then
I would
like
say
slap
that.
out and do that. Okay,
Okay.
let's do that.
I'm gonna. I still have one of my creepy doll things out, ready to animate if needed.
So you see Navenna pull out this. It looks like the remnants of some sort of a creepy little porcelain marionette doll. As it sort of like clunks on the ground and makes that clay on stone sort of sound, and then as she does her thing and brings it to life, it sort of scrapes across the ground, and the head's all moving back and forth, and the limbs are still moving in sort of like a marionette way.
It's not in any way graceful. It's very
Lovely.
awkward and creepy.
Sorry, we're used to Harvey.
I don't do graceful.
So
You've met me.
we're going through the door.
That's right.
That's
Sounds
about
like
right.
it.
You enter in through the door, and you're in some sort of a foyer. It's you know that this is almost like a mud room of some type. It's it also looks like it doubles as like a storage area as you kind of look around. It's not a very wide room, but you do see that there are now they've gone past using firelit sconces to using electrical lights in this place, and they're all pulsating and flashing. You see some brooms and some coats and some boots, maybe a couple of crates. Nothing that really seems particularly special. There is another door that leads, and you see there's light that's like flashing underneath of it.
Underneath the door.
Yes.
You want to shoot that door to see if it's alive?
I'll just have my marionette go over and check on it.
Oh yeah, good call. That's a good idea.
So I assume we all stand back just in case, and I send my my animate over to try to open the door.
The marionette animate sort of clacks and creeps across, moving like a marionette puppet without strings, and puts her hand out to touch it. It's more like a stubby little arm, and it does nothing.
Alright, we ready?
Yep.
What happened?
Found another door.
It's
Light
not.
crackling underneath it.
It's not
It's not a mimic.
Alright, you guys want me to open the door?
Can your little doll lady open it?
She's not
You.
tall enough.
I was
I've
gonna
let
say,
Bob
theoretically.
do it, but he
Stay strong, squirrels! I've got another one out, this one crocheted in my hand ready just in case.
Okay.
I'll go up to the door and creak it open a little bit.
Door is not locked. It opens a little, but nothing too loud. kind of give a little glimpse, and you see strobing, pulsating lights coming from the opposite end. You recognize this room as the main entrance floor to the Nivix Tower. You guys have been in here before, only you didn't come in from this way. This is like this is almost like a cross from the main entrance where you come in. It's almost directly across. So if the main entrance is at the south, you guys are coming in from the north part of this room, this circular shaped room. The spiral staircase that normally rotates and moves up to the top has been completely dismantled and is in various different pieces across the floor. There's just scrap metal and junk all over the floor. It's hard to actually make out how to get across from one area to the next. There's two large bay doors, one on the right and one on the left. The light that's sort of pulsating through is pulsating in the room, obviously, from all the electrical lights that you guys saw before, and the Is-It-Made lanterns, and it's mostly pulsating underneath the lab door and the bay door on the left-hand side.
So we come in from the north side.
So it would be,
And it's gonna be it'll be on
it would
our
be
left.
the east door.
Yes. Or it's the east door. Yeah, the east door.
From your vantage
Yeah.
point, it would be the east door.
You know what's normally in that room, Chris? Like, is that like Bob's workshop or something?
Why are you bringing up Bob?
Why, it's just, you know,
It's too soon.
sorry, Jerry's workshop.
Why you gotta bring up?
I assume you
Jerry?
guys are trying to be at least a little quiet.
Yeah, I feel like after I poked out, I came back in through and
I think as soon as we saw the pulsating lights, it's like.
Okay.
But I think a part of Skriz is starting to get antsy, so he's like slowly pulling the shield out.
Well, you know that the labs, for the most part, are pretty soundproof.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't hear anything coming from the lab. You just see the flickering of the lights.
But Skriz he's got his shield out, and he makes it look like he's reaching for his scimitar.
Okay.
But he's actually grabbing the Wonder Wand.
Sure.
And he has it hidden behind the shield.
Roughly how long has it been since since I animated the thing? 30 seconds? A minute?
Maybe a minute.
Alright. It goes down and I have to pick it back up. My spell only lasts for a minute.
Okay.
Actually, I just reanimate it since we're still going.
so do we want to check under that door, or is there? Do you know another way to go up?
The lab bay door to the right looks dark. It doesn't look like there's anything happening in there.
Sounds like a trap.
Yeah, I mean, I could go either way here.
You say it's a trap,
You want me to
but you described everything in there. The staircase going up, and then over to
The right and the, left.
the left as you look in with
Yeah,
the
these bays, they lead down these sort of like almost like small corridors. And then there's usually doors that go off to either side that lead into the main parts of the lab. And there's a big window. It's soundproof, shatterproof, because they do explosive experiments and stuff in here sometimes. And you can see, and that's where you see most of the pulsating light. It's coming from under the door, and it's coming in from both sides of that window on either side of the door. There's like big long windows on either
on
side
the
of the
east
door.
side, right?
Both.
Both sides.
But on the other side, it's dark. The same bay windows, but everything looks dark in there.
All right. Okay. Just throwing this out there. What if I sneak over there and see if I can crack open? You said, is it the east door that's flashing, or just around?
From your vantage point, it's the left door, so it would be the east door.
Yes, it's the left door. I go over there, creep over, see what's causing lights underneath there, and then I'll come back and inform y'all. If you hear me scream,
Stay or go.
wait 5 more minutes, and then
5 minutes.
No, I'm just kidding. If you hear me scream, right time to come.
All right.
Don't let him touch me. If that looks like I'm dead, I don't want him to heal me now. I seen what he did. You know what? Get this to heal me.
I got you. That's my preferred choice too.
Yeah, it's.
All right, good breaking necks, Grizz.
Not literally.
Like Skriz walks out the door like,
I give him a little wink.
Damn it! That should be inspiration for both of us because it's inspiring. That's bardic inspiration for me from you.
Yeah, it's paladin inspiration.
I'm like, okay, on the way out, I'm gonna give you bardic inspiration just for doing it. Like, oh, that's awesome. Composure. So yes, I'm going to sneak over to the left to the door. At first, I'm going to lay down flat and see if I can see underneath the door itself.
It would be difficult with the amount of metal from the stairs that is all over the ground in here.
To lay down?
It would be hard not only to lay down, but to traverse it without making noise.
Oh, going through this.
It looks like a minefield went off in here. It looks like an explosion or something
How
happened.
far away is it?
The door? The room in here is massive. When you guys were in here before, I mean, from the door that you're at to the other door, it's probably 60 feet, and it's probably 60 feet on the other side. So like it's a perfect circle all the way around.
If I take a look, does it look like it may have been like a firefight type of thing?
Make an investigation check.
In between some robots. Roll a 2 plus my mod is only a 5.
You're not entirely sure that it looks like a firefight. It doesn't look like any of the stairs were melted. They parts of them look warped and broken, like something knocked them down.
Can I see that he's having problems doing that?
No.
Okay. Well, I can't do anything.
He's just over there. He always looks like he knows what he's doing. He's like,
Okay.
I'm a professional at everything I think I know. So I'm gonna try to traverse my way to that door.
Are you trying to be sneaky?
I told them I would be quiet and go over there, so that I would try to sneak about doing it. Yes, I am trying to be
Stealth check.
somewhat stealthy.
The DC is
Yeah.
very high.
Should have given him guidance before I left.
I did the best I could.
At least he has inspiration.
I got 12. Oh wait, hold on. I'm burning my inspiration.
Ew. Oh, it's
Did I
always
slip
like...
with my first roll?
Oh, it's advantage.
You get to take the best one.
Yeah, it's advantage.
Oh, it's advantage? Oh. I didn't even roll twice on the first roll.
No.
You inspiration.
Inspiration
is
is advantage, so you just take
so
the
you
higher
take the highest of those
of the
first
two
two rolls.
of the two.
So-
rolls.
Yeah, okay, so
12.
yeah, I got 12.
He's like, I'm rolling 4 times.
So as you kind of try to sneak across in your very Skriz ways that you've done many times, you're stepping and you're accidentally knocking over pieces of the metal, the scrap metal, and it's like clanging and scraping across the floor, and you're like,
Where's the dead woman you stabbed her?
you keep trying to go. You've only made it about a fourth of the way across. You don't hear anything, so you don't know if anyone has heard you. I need you to make another stealth check to see if you can continue on.
We can hear him though, right?
You guys definitely hear him. And you guys are
Okay.
behind him going like,
When I hear and realize exactly what's going on, I drop my animate like on the floor as quietly as possible, pop my head around, and start like animating bits, moving them out of the way.
how do you do?
I rolled a 9.
Oh no.
So you try to do this like weird sort of like serpentine slither across the ground as you've done through bushes, barrels, and other things. And when you come up, your head bounces off of this piece of like almost like sheet metal, and it reverberates throughout, and then it falls and clangs. It sounds like a bell went off in this empty chamber, and you're like,
I figured when he hit his head, he's like, ah, fuck! And kicks a piece of sheet metal that hit him, and it's like, fuck this!
Wow.
it doesn't seem like anything seems to be alerted to your presence immediately.
Soundproof rooms.
Can I make a perception check just to make sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoops.
Well, you can make a perception check. It doesn't mean that you'll be sure.
I know. I mean, like to either see or hear if I could see, or like
1 through
hear
10.
anything else that
I
may have
get
responded to that.
Skriz decision.
Well, it's a 17.
You
Thank God.
you don't see anything.
Okay.
That seems weird, but it's hard to get your eyes focused in here with the pulsating
That makes
lights.
sense.
It's not quite strobing, but it's
I get it. Is
pulsating in and
Is
out.
is anything else making any sound in here? I know you said there's parts of the lab that are sound.
You hear throughout the entire air in here. You hear what sounds like a static hum. It's loud enough that you all hear it. The air feels almost like electrically charged.
It's electric.
I was about to say the same thing. So okay, so what am I about halfway through now?
You're about halfway.
Squiz is
fucking
like
right now.
where he hit his head. He's like, and he's about to just take off, fuck it, and just walk straight to the door. And I ain't, but then he's
So he's kind of like wading through
Definitely is.
like right.
shoulder
But,
height scrap metal. He's just moving through. Just
I
wading
was
through
about
it.
to, but I rolled. I was going to like, I rolled to do if I was going to do a squiz and just say fuck it and go, but. Like two little Rockies came on Squizz's shoulder and were like, one's like, go ahead, Squiz, be you. And then the other one's like, no, Rocky. Or no, Squiz, you need to do the right thing.
One's Elvin, one's Rocky.
Yeah, it's Elvin and Rocky on each shoulder. I'm like,
Elvin's like, if anyone shows up, just break their necks. And Rocky's like, don't do that.
you know how many more jokes I can make? Yours don't sound cool, but I'm going to do it, Rocky. You're going to drink gravy when I get back.
You
So,
see,
yeah.
you see Elvin in the back actually casting
My
illusion.
So yeah, I'm going to try to hopefully get better at sneaking. I got a 7 that time. It's getting worse.
So as you're kind of like trying to sneak through the way, you're not doing a very good job. You're kicking over screws. You have to like move this stuff out of your way. It's a little bit heavier than you really want it to be. Mizium itself is heavy. This stuff was made out of like copper and brass. As that stair fixture was, I mean, it was a lot of metal. You guys went up several floors to get to the top. The entire staircase, as you're walking by, is completely down. There is no staircase remaining
No
to
stairway
the upper
to heaven.
levels. As you're kind of like kicking some stuff over, you knock over something and you hear it go, ow!
Bob? Did you leave?
And you hear something in front of you that sort of pops up. At first you thought it was some sort of scrap metal, and now you see it has like 2 little tiny legs and 2 little arms, mechanical arms. The feet are sort of flat, and his hands are sort of flat too. It looks like he's wearing almost like an oil funnel on his head, like a little Tin Man. And he's shorter than you. He's maybe a foot tall. He turns to you and looks and goes, oh no, cleaning up mess? You're not the mess. Wait, is it?
Yes, I'm innocent.
Identify.
I show him the guilt signet.
Name.
Ichabod.
Does not compute.
I was just kidding, I'm squizzing. I was seeing if you were paying attention.
Ichabod. Hold, please.
Uh-oh.
And you see like his eyes go from this sort of like red color to a almost like blanked out white color. You hear the girl from Ipanema playing through his head.
So while he's doing this, kind of like sneak around him, or is he still got it?
It looks like he's almost in some sort of like a trance. You're not really sure. He's a robot.
Yeah, so I'm just going to be like, and I'm like, okay, you just keep doing what you're doing.
So you continue on past the lab, or towards the lab. You
Yeah.
make it the rest of the way, by the way.
Yeah.
This thing doesn't seem to move. It just still seems to be kind of humming, and eyes are all whited out. What do you want to do?
Did I make it past him, or can I go?
You're
can
way
I,
past
can I go? I was thinking maybe I should go and see if he has an access panel and just like shut him off.
Your call is important to us.
You can definitely try to see that.
You know what? I'm like, I think I almost make it to the door. I'm like, door? Yeah, we're gonna try this. And I go back and I'm like, I bring out my tinkering tools and I look for an access panel in the back of his head.
Are you wearing gloves?
Yes.
Are you attuned to?
Huh?
You get the fire resistance if you're attuned. Otherwise, you get just the advantage on the tinkering things.
What did? I
Yeah,
don't
the-
think
the
we
magical
did. We
glove.
take a long rest after.
No.
It's
we
a
took
short
short
rest.
rest.
That should be all it takes.
Yeah.
Short rest is attunement, right?
Should be.
Yes. Then I'm attuned.
The attunement's just for fire resistance. You get the penalty or the bonus whether you're attuned or not,
Or I thought the attunement, what was the attunement for the spell slot? 2?
and the spell slot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of pop open the thing. Go ahead and make a
Wait, hold on. No. With the Pendant of Champions, my guild signet, and the Wonder Wonders. I am not attuned to it. I just put them on, but I'm not attuned.
Okay, so you don't get the spell slot.
No, I'm
You
not
can
gonna lie.
unattune to the Wand of Wonders.
Nope.
anyway, you still have. Are you wearing them?
I am wearing them though.
So make a spell check based off of your artificer modifier.
Okay.
So whatever your spell bonus for artificer is, roll a d12 and add your modifier.
What the hell today? 83.
You're right. It was 84.
I got 9.
9. Okay.
And I'm done with those dice.
The dice is done, huh?
Yourself up.
Nice jail.
Alright, so as you're kind of like tinkering around in there and you're using some tools to trying to pop off the back panel, you actually realize that this thing does not have a back panel. And as you're trying to like pry it open, his head turns around and his eyes go back to red. What are you doing?
I don't know. And then I'm gonna be like, boop, boop, boop. I'm just gonna act like I'm an automaton too, like.
You are here to help clean.
Just here to clean.
Get to work, drone.
Roger that. And I
Roger.
start just like going around like getting stuff and picking it up and dragging it towards the door. That's everybody like. Boop, 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 boop.
He goes back underneath the scrap metal back to wherever he was at.
And then I go. Boop, 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 boop. Fuck you, drone. Yeah. Got your hydraulic fluid right here. And head towards the door.
Okay.
Sorry.
You make it to the bay door.
Huh?
You make it to the bay door.
Yes.
It's shut.
Well, I figured that when I get there, is there light coming underneath it?
It's still pulsating, yeah.
Can I see underneath it if I move some of the stuff out of the way? Maybe like lay down and see if I can see.
You don't see anything directly because it's sort of like a small hallway. So the door leads into a small like dead end hallway. There's 2 doors that go off into separate large labs, and then there's another set of doors that go off into the main big lab behind it. So the entire big lab behind it is the width of the entire area, but then there's 2 small labs with the bay windows on either side. So when you come in through that door, you only see the main hallway.
I'll see the main hallway and then the lab.
Then the 2 doors, yes.
So I got the door.
You see the light flashing and pulsating, but it's coming underneath the other
So is the
doors.
door? I'm gonna investigate the door, see if it's unlocked or anything.
It actually is.
I'm gonna open it, and then I'm going to go back to where the automaton was at.
As you open the door, you hear an alarm sound. You hear a buzzing, like siren noise.
Fuck!
Lights start flashing.
I'm gonna dive under
in the
a
hallway.
pile of scrap and like try to hide in it.
You hear a voice coming over a loudspeaker. Is that you again, drone?
Does the other one answer? This is me. Cleaning. Accidentally hit door.
Did you do something to your voice modulator? Because you don't sound right.
Piece fell on modulator. Crinkled it up.
Come on in and get repaired.
Too busy working.
That's an order. And I'm the boss. I made you.
Do I recognize the voice?
It's Ichabod.
On my way.
Do we hear this?
You hear the speaker over the loud voice, yeah, or the voice over the loudspeaker. And then you hear him say,
These damn drones. I ought to just press the self-destruct button on all of them.
Self-destruct is nuts. He whispered.
Do we recognize the voice of Ichabod too?
"Have you guys ever interacted with Ichabod?"
We did.
Yeah, we saved him.
Yes,
right?
but he was in the bar with us.
You do. You've never met him.
That's Ichabod. I'm sure of it.
That's it.
That's him.
Yeah, it's 100% Ichabod.
So,
Or a really good impersonator. That also sounds like Krinko.
Just his doppelganger.
so here's what I want to do. I'm going to take your bad breath's gone.
Oh, thank God.
The alarm has shut down now.
I don't even need a small
I'm going
one,
to
so-
take out of my pouch my little Mechno fairy that I carry around. I've used it before. It's canon. And I'm going to whisper, I'm going to do like in its ear, like a scream. And then I'm going to send it flying back to the group. And when it gets to the group, it's going to go.
So yeah, after a couple of moments, maybe 30, 45 seconds, this little tiny mechanical fairy comes flittering in the air and go,
I guess.
And then
that's
I'm going
her-
to put on there, bring my fairy back to me.
I guess that's her cue to go.
Well, Skriz is in trouble.
Alright.
Let's head out and help.
I refresh my.
So I'll bust through the door and draw my sword and look around and see if I can find him.
You see him in the bay door. He's just standing
And I'm like,
there.
I'm gonna message. You good, Skriz?
Do you get to respond back to the message?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just a voice in your head.
no, is it? I'm like, I'm here and I'm like,
It's Navenna. It's a spell.
okay.
You okay?
Yes and no. Ichabod is just around the corner and he told me to come in there to get my vocal cords fixed.
Ah, so we're gonna go fuck him up now.
That's what I'm hoping.
Cool.
And I'm gonna go,
I do it back.
and when I do it, like, everybody sees the one-to-one, I'm like,
Oh no.
I thought he put those gloves
And
on
I'm like-
instead.
and then I, like, try to hide it real quick, I'm like, but it's my shield moved to the side, I'm like,
Well, he says Ichabod's in there. I'm kind of scared now. Not of Ichabod.
Not a big because he's got that wand out.
Yeah.
I thought he
Scared
put it
for
away first.
Ichabod. He's gonna turn him blue.
So he said Ichabod's in that door?
Yeah, he said
Something
to
like
come
that.
in and get his vocal cords fixed.
We're fixing Ichabod's vocal cords?
No, Skrizz's. I don't know. It's, you know how, you know.
Sure. Yeah, okay. Well, here we go. Start, I guess, gingerly walking up.
There's no real easy way to get there unless you can fly.
I can,
Or levitate.
I can leap.
Elvin pops out his spectral wings and kind of hovers over.
Not saying a word either.
Oh, well. Watch out, Skriz. He might break your neck. He's coming.
Did that battle like knock something loose in his brain? Again?
I don't know. You good, Elvin?
I think he's just as messed up by the mimics as the rest of us were.
and I'm just like, as they're
I'm
making their ways,
entertained.
and I'm like,
So the party makes it over to you, making a lot of noise as they come along.
Except for him, apparently.
But there's no other things.
like the drone robot never came
Nothing
up
seems
again.
to stop you now.
So when they get over, I'm like, okay, guys.
He's in here.
Yes, and so I'll cast my heroism now on them.
Okay.
Alright. And I have 3 tempers. And not afraid.
As you are casting your spell, you look over across from the opposite lab and you see what looks to be like a little tiny flash of light, like almost like the tip of a wand or something glowing, and it's kind of strobing. And then as you kind of look, you see what looks to be, as it lights up, you see several like lab technicians and stuff all in this lab.
Do they look like scared or?
They look frightened, yes.
Should have cast
The
heroism
one
on
they're
them.
like the ones like tapping on the glass, but you can't hear it.
Do they look like they're trying to warn us of something? Do they see us?
No, it's more like help. They're kind of like. As this thing kind of pulsates a couple times, you look in there. There's probably like 30 or 40 people in this bay lab.
And there's,
Various races: humans, Veldikans, Viashinos.
But he's not in there.
Who?
Ichabod.
Ichabod? No.
Does it look like there's a clear leader or someone who's not panicking?
Everyone
panicking
looks
less.
frightened. I mean, these all look like bookworms. They're scientists.
And
They're
it's
not-
like, it looks like they're locked in that room.
Does it look like
that appears to be the thing. They're either hiding or they're locked in there.
Does it look like there's something in there with them? Potentially?
Hard to tell.
Frightened
It's
of?
dark in there, and you're only getting like a pulse of light
How
every now and then.
far away is it?
60 feet across from where you guys are.
Oh, I
from the
definitely
lab.
was in range. So I'm gonna awkwardly wave And I'm gonna message. I'm the person waving at you. What happened?
Your spell's not able to penetrate the barrier.
Ruh-roh. Well, you tried. Alright, let's leave.
Well, since we're in no rush to get Ichabod, I think we gotta let those guys out. They look like they're in danger. I'm gonna start heading over to them, open up the door.
Okay. So Rocky goes wading across through the metal again. So you see this Minotaur just knocking shit out of the way. You get across to the other side and you see the door, and there's one guy. He's like looking through the bay door at you, and just this like sweat's kind of pouring down his human face. He's probably 50, 55 years old. His hair is he's kind of got like patterned baldness in the front. He's got like a little bit of a Jean-Luc Picard thing going on right now. And he just looks completely panic stricken, and he's trying to talk to you, but you can't hear him. And he's just kind of like,
don't open the door or do open the door.
he can't hear you.
So I'm gonna blow on the glass like.
Come on. That is.
Inspiration?
Yes! Such a good idea.
Hell yeah!
I'd like to imagine whatever you're about to write, you're writing it from your perspective. So
But you're
see
writing it in
backwards.
Minotaur.
Yeah.
And they're all
Just
like,
writing it all
fuck.
backwards.
They're all speaking like goblin and.
So I'll write open question mark.
But it's backwards. It's
I'm
like
sure
weird for
these
them.
are all scientists. I'm
These are
smart.
scientists.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But it's still
I
funny.
can figure it
I
out.
assume they can read backwards.
He shakes his head no. Like panically stricken no.
Don't do it, Rocky. What if there's a trap? That's what he wants us to do.
All right, I'll blow on the glass again, a couple of times. What I do? Question.
You see him kind of thinking for a second,
And I was like,
and he goes over to the bigger window, like leads you over that way. And you see him, he's like pulling several of the people over, and you see several people out there like blowing on the
Let me ask this. Like, this is a scientist, like,
Yes.
laboratory.
Yep.
They do not have, like, a chalkboard or any, like, schematics where they draw schematics and everything. This is a piss-poor laboratory. That's all I'm saying. The dry erase board or something.
Listen, they barely have electricity. They don't have chalk. This is
Gotcha,
This
okay.
is medieval Ravnican
Whatever.
It's a
Whatever. Just,
blackboard.
I just found your loophole.
I'm keeping an eye on the door that had lights underneath it. To
So
make sure
as
nothing
they're
sneaks
like
up on us.
they're trying to write across the glass, one of them is like pointing over there, and actually he gets like some type of a sharp instrument. He's like actually scratching on the glass. Detonator, Ichabod.
Ooh.
Ask him if it's on the window also.
And as he's like scratching it, you see the words after a couple seconds they like heal and mend themselves.
Never mind.
so I'm gonna give a little acting thing here. So I'm gonna like act like I'm walking up to the door, and then I'm like a little knock, and then open, and then like that.
He shakes his head yes.
So I'll blow in the glass again, and I'll draw a frowny face.
He shakes his head yes.
And then I'll just walk back. What am I gonna do?
You
Yeah.
see several of the people in the back. They kind of rush up. You kind of assume they're going like, well, where are they going? And they seem panicked, and they're like, they're all smacking on the glass, but you can't hear them.
Dang.
So do they mean that
Well-
door or the one in front of us?
There's one
Well,
on
that door's
door.
already open, right? The one
Yeah.
that is just. Well, the
All right, hold on, hold
That would be
on.
real awkward. Just squeeze open the door and
Before
just
we
hear a
move
bunch
any
of
further,
explosions.
do not open that door. I know how you've already twisted one person's neck. See him blowing up 40-some people.
Turn around and Elvin's
You,
like halfway across.
You trying to get your body count up.
It sounds like Ichabod's got the detonator, so we take him out, so we can, do tinkery shit to the detonator and
Maybe-
break it. and open the
Maybe
door.
if we could
Easy
find the
peasy, grave and cheesy.
Maybe
Let's go.
maybe we could try finding the detonator first, so he doesn't have the chance to activate it. Have
What
it
if
use it
it's
as
on
leverage.
him?
Well, maybe if we could try and, I guess, sneak it off of him, like I don't know,
If it's
in some way, shape, or form.
I really think we're going to encounter Robo Ichabod.
We might.
If Ichabod is at a control panel or something, you or I could try to vortex warp him away from it, potentially.
true.
If it's physically a button that he has, then that's a little bit more
It's a
complicated.
bit
Well,
more
then you
complicated.
just vortex warp his ass to me. I'll cut off an arm or something. wherever
True.
the
Assuming
data is.
that works, he can resist it.
What if we
We
vortex
gotta
him
attempt to.
into the
Yes.
room with the 40 people? And then I open the door and we just throw him back!
Whoa,
and
wait, wait,
Whoa,
wait,
whoa,
wait.
we're done with
Whoa.
Ichabod!
All right, let me go tell them the plan. Hang on.
Little perms!
Just hyperventilates. Trying to breathe.
I'm not gonna go all the way back up.
I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna turn around and be like, after I get my game plan of what I wanna do, I'm like, it's okay. They're gonna die.
Well, you.
I mean, if they have to, but I'd like to not.
So we'll make the detonator a priority when we're
That's a
battling.
sacrifice
Yeah.
he's willing to
We
make.
can try and get that off him. I feel like he has a lot less leverage.
Alright, last chance. I'll save one spell slot to vortex him in there, and then I'm running to pulling the door open. And if I go with him, that's fine as long as it takes him out.
Oh, I was just gonna put him in front of Rocky.
Yeah, just put him. I'll take care of him.
What if he has the Mako suit on?
Then I'll break it.
You got me.
I,
I forgot. You're Rocky. You're a badass. Got it. Here we go. Is
I
that our
just-
game plan?
I want you to know I brought the boys with me today. They're ready to go.
Roger.
I'm gonna break it.
So I forgot to buy the tickets to that kind of show.
They're still available.
Nice. Right. I should get VIP.
I was gonna say, just by being a part of the group, I thought that was just a perk.
Well, you don't normally have the best view because you're
I
hot.
stick my neck out for you, Rocky.
Uh-huh.
As long as it's not near Elville.
Got it.
I can't wait to kill one of you tonight.
Oh, it's gonna
Again,
happen.
him saying all this, still no response, no.
Yeah, like you're just like dead to the world. Like you're weirding me out. You have little kids follow you around, snapping people's neck.
Well, I mean, I was fine with little kids following him around. That was fine. I mean, look who I
It's
carry
a
around
little
with me, motioning to the creepy doll. But neck was a little much.
All right, well, let's go in here and kick some ass.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
If I die tonight, tell my dad I died trying.
If you die,
And
we'll
if
probably
I die,
be dead
you
too.
can have
Yeah.
my one-to-one.
Is that?
Oh, great. Can't wait to sell
I
that.
appreciate it.
Yes. Because I've worn out with the bang today.
If I die, don't let him take my hooves.
If I die, bury me with my hooves.
Yeah.
Tell my mama I loved her.
Yeah, that too.
Roger that.
All right, so I'm gonna draw my sword and poke it kind of against the door to open it up all the way and take a peek, see in, see if I can see Ichabod anywhere.
So which door are you opening? Because like I said, it's like the main door that you guys are at, like you're in the actual bay door.
Mhm.
There's two doors, so there's one door to the left, one door to the right. And then they lead into two separate labs.
But the one lab has all the people in it.
There's another door in the back of those labs that lead into a main lab.
So I understand that Skriz opened up a door a little bit.
He opened up the bay door.
The bay door.
The bay door, and then as you walk through, there should be a lab to the left and right.
Yep.
And we can see the bay windows that have people in them, right?
You can see the bay windows lead out into the Nivix tower area. They don't actually show you anything happening in the back area. That's all solid wall back there.
So ahead of us is
The
the
main lab is where they do all the secret stuff. The
Can-
bay windows and the small labs are for like when tourists come in and
that's where the 40 people are at.
yes, they're in one of those smaller labs, yes.
So we have the left and right to choose from.
Yeah, you can go into the left
So
bay
we can
or
split the
or
party.
right.
Just kidding.
Well, which one do you think? If you were Ichabod, which way?
I don't know. Hold on. Got it, Grit. Hold on. Got an idea. I'm going to scream out in my Mechno droid voice like, What lab are you in?
The main lab in the back.
Sorry, memory chip broken also.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn you into scrap parts. Oh, come on in. It's gonna be fine. We'll get you all tinkered up.
Gonna tinker you too.
Okay. You know what that means.
So my head towards where he pointed out
Did
at.
he just insult me?
You can hear him still talking to him.
He's got his like elbow on the
Got to turn
button.
your mic off.
Threat.
So yes, I'm gonna head towards where he said to come to.
Is it the big one? Not as one of the small ones. It's fine. Oh shit.
I'm gonna kill him. And if you finish him off before I do, I'm gonna use this one wonder. So.
Well, just probably grow me a beard or something.
You would look good with the beard.
I mean, I've got
Like it would cover this
baseline
spot,
beard.
not so much here or here, but more like out here.
Oh, my bald spot. Thanks for
Yeah.
noticing. Well, after you lead the way, you're gonna kill him.
No, I am leading the way.
Which lab?
He said to the main lab.
You're right. Both sides will lead to the main lab.
Oh, I see.
Oh, nice.
Like I said, there's like a lab on the left, a lab on the right,
And they
there's
all-
a door in the back of each one that
Let's-
leads into the main lab.
Let's
Nope.
A lot of labs.
We are going to the left.
let's make sure we look
I start
out.
walking to the left.
As you walk through here, the lights in here are all sort of pulsating, like when those tube lights, when you don't have one of them in all the way, and it's just kind of like flickering, and every now and then it's real bright, and then it fades out, and it's real bright. And as you're kind of looking around, you see lab tables tipped over, you see blood on the ground, you see pieces of what looks to be broken machinery, broken robots. Some of them look to be like little tiny miniature dragons. Like almost like clockwork dragons, real small though. You see some that look like small little winged dogs, mechanical winged dogs, laid on the ground just in chopped in pieces in various different parts. They all look very spliced together from just what was around. They don't look very purposefully created.
So on the way by, I would like to grab one of these little winged dragons.
Same.
I know why you're picking it up. I've got different reasons, and I'm just going to keep it.
Okay.
He's
on
going
me.
to lead. I'm going to give him guidance.
It is probably
You step on
this
the trap.
Less than 5 pounds?
yes.
Yeah.
Mine's
That's
going in
all
my
I need
bag.
to know.
Yeah. I,
It almost looks like a toy.
Perfect.
since you're kind of blasted through this place, I'm giving guidance.
Yep.
In case you
Don't put
step on
Benji
something.
next to me.
So,
I will.
write down your thing that you have a mechanical dragon, like a dragon whelp.
Oh, well,
It's like a dragon whelp. It's real small.
Well,
You do see several dead bodies of scientists and lab technicians. A few chemistry mages with their canisters look like they've been broken open, and the contents of the blister coil material that's inside of it is poured out all over the ground in sort of a reddish and blue, purpley hue.
don't step in that.
Whatever happened in here happened not terribly long ago, but not terribly recent either. Maybe a couple of days ago at most. The path just continues to lead on. The path of just violence just leads on into the back lab.
On the way there, I want, and I know they're all going to look at me when I do this. I'm going to go next to one of the dead bodies, and I'm going to roll myself in all the blood. Like, I want the blood, like, all over me, like, looks like it's come from me.
Okay.
Like, I want to be doused in blood, like, looks like I'm just profusely bleeding.
Okay.
And
You can take a few moments to do that.
when I'm doing that, and then do that, and when I come, I'm making where I do come to that final door into the main lab. I want to make sure. I know I want to go in there like I'm on my last leg. Like I want to act like I'm pulling myself through the door, like shield in hand, arm, just like leaning against the door, like dragging myself. Like this is going to be my final battle. Like I might only be like on my death's doorstep, just to see if I can psych him out a little bit.
So
with
you're
that.
going to head through the door. You're going in first.
Yes. I'm
So-
going to do that, covered in blood, look like I just fought through hell and back.
The lab door is unlocked, and the pulsating lights are now not this white light, more of a red and pink light coming out from underneath the door. You hear that humming, crackling noise that you guys heard before is much, much louder as you get closer and closer to this door. So you open the door.
Like, not like open it and just
right.
like
You didn't slam it
I'm
open.
not gonna slam it
like,
on. I'm gonna do it and like kind of fall through it, falter a little bit, and like pick myself up just to see if he's on the other side, just so it looks like.
So when you open up the door and kind of fall through, this lab is enormous. It's massive. The ceiling here is probably 200 feet high. It's completely made of steel, mortar, and stone. It doesn't look like one of the labs that you're familiar with seeing. It looks like some alterations have been made it bigger. But you also know that they use a certain magic in here to make the space seem bigger than it is. It's like almost, it's not quite extra dimensional space, but similar. And that's so that way sometimes the lab can suit the needs of whatever the artificer needs, the main scientist needs. So the room itself it's massive. You see a couple of tables. There's a few of the Nivix guardians like laying on the table with tubes and wires going into them. They look not quite activated. They look like they're in the process of maybe being charged up or powered up. There's only 2 of them. You see a couple of those metallic scorpions not far from the Nivix guardians. There's like sparks of electricity coming off the ends of their stingers. But for the most part, they don't really seem like they notice you as you come in. You think that these particular machines must be controlled by Ichabod personally, whereas the Nivix Guardians have some sort of like sentience. But you're not entirely sure, just what you got from when you saw them before. There's this sort of like makeshift set of almost like stone, very not well crafted steps that lead up into this large circular area that has red, bright, dull. It goes from like a bright dull to a bright red light that shines up from the bottom of it. It looks like it goes down into the ground. You're not sure how far it goes down in because you're not close enough to see it. You see Ichabod hovering around on this like almost like hoverboard, small round disc, and he's like flying around the little circle. He's got some sort of set of goggles and an apron and gloves. He's looking down into the circle, and he's looking over at this large orb that's at the back side of it with wires drawn into it, and it's pulsating all sorts of electricity. And in the middle of the large orb, you see a small, it almost looks like an egg inside this orb surrounded by electricity. There's sparks of energy coming off of it, but it looks like the energy is being drawn from the egg out through the wires down into this like tunnel. This like tunnel thing on the ground.
We're in danger.
So hopefully they hold back a little bit as I went in. And like I said, I go in, open the door, like I just pushed it in with my last bit of energy, and leaned back against the door. But I want to make enough noise where he kind of recognizes me. But when I was down, collecting the blood all over myself, I did slurp some up in my mouth, but I'm holding it in there. And you know, like I want to come in there, like slam back, you know, lean back against the door, like I'm barely holding myself up. I'm just hoping that he see if he acknowledges that I'm in the room.
The buzzing and humming in here from the electrical charge is very intense. It almost hurts your head. It hurts your ears. As you kind of collapse on the floor, you look up and you see Ichabod sort of like this little hover just turn around, and he goes,
You're not my drone. Who are you?
And I want to look up at him so he can get a good look at my face. And I'm gonna smile about, well, like when I go to smile, I'm like, and I want the blood to just like start coming out of my mouth, like I've got a lot of internal bleeding going on, and it's just starting to flow out of me. And I would just want to look like I'm barely hanging on to life here.
Oh, I know you. I know you. This is Rich. You fought your way in here? Oh, that's too good. Did you come by yourself? That's cute.
There's all the room rolled into this. And I cough up like whatever leftover blood, just like let it like spit up and.
Oh, I wish I was a necromancer. I'd bring you back to life just to kill you a few more times. So, I have to ask, what brings you here? Do you like my lab?
I was kind enough to let you go the first time. You will live to let me let go again.
You don't look like you got much fight left in you. You think you can, handle my pets?
How many do you have?
Enough.
And I'm gonna push myself up like shield.
I
Push
mean,
myself.
clearly I had enough to take over this tower. By the way, you should address me more formally as I'm now the guild master of the Izzet League. I'm guild master Ichabod. Which means you're part of the Izzet, which means you kind of work for me.
So there's a job opening? Just kidding. Fuck this.
It doesn't have to be this way. Your father didn't have the same vision I have. You're much smarter and more intelligent than he ever could be, Skriz. We could do great work. I'm working on something big right now. And I know inside that brain of yours, as scrambled as it is, the betterment of society and learning all we can is way more important than revenge. And really, what did I do to you? I didn't kill you. I didn't kill your dad. Why so angry? I had more than enough opportunity to kill both of you and I never did. I want what you want.
Yeah, you want my intelligence. You want my ability to build stuff. You're beneath me in that ability. That's
Well,
why
it's
you
not-
have to steal my ideas.
It's not just me who wants it. He wants it.
And who's he?
The person I'm trying to summon.
And who would that be?
Gix. You know, the boogeyman. The one they told us not to ever talk about out loud because, well, I'll tell you, I made contact with him. He's not that bad.
We're able to hear all this, right?
Oh, he's definitely talking loud enough. You
Okay, just making sure.
So,
And all I gotta do is get this doorway right here with enough energy in it, and he'll come out and make this world a better place.
only because lore reasons, for guild masters, do they have like a special insignia that they have that signifies like, hey, I'm the guild master?
No, not
No.
that you know of.
No, they just say, hey, I'm the guild master.
A lot of times, especially in the Boros, it's whoever just decides to challenge them.
Okay.
And when their authority is questioned, like in the Azorius, they usually take it to a vote. But in a lot of other guilds, it's whoever just has who's the strongest.
Bigger following, yeah. Makes sense.
Alright, I'm just curious.
Yeah, Niv Mizzet, got rid of him. He was getting in the way.
Like, you got rid of him, or he just...
Well, I don't know what they did with him. I don't really care.
Like, who's they?
My friends. They've been here for a while.
Is that them little brainy things?
Well, they're not very smart. They're more like the dogs.
I'm talking about the little, look like goblins, but look... with
Well, yeah,
tentacles on
some
their
of them,
face.
I don't know, they're called, they called themselves the Illithid. They said they come from many worlds, they came here, they've been here for a while. Looking to set up a colony on the Earth, and I said, yeah, that's alright with me.
What are they looking for?
I don't know, I didn't make main contact with them. You'd have to talk to Sadek. But Sadek approached me and said, hey, can you help us take out Niv Mizzet? And I said, well, sure. I don't like that guy anyway. They were afraid of him for some reason. I'm not sure why. Probably something to do with their psionic abilities and things, and they don't work so well on him. So they needed, help from someone that could sneak up on him that didn't have a brain. Machines don't have brains. That's just my theory. I don't know.
Well, one of us is dying today.
Again, I don't know
Or
why it
both
has
of
to be
us.
that way.
It might be that way.
We
No,
could-
it's going to be that
We
way.
could just summon Gix. He'll make the world a better place. He wants to fuse technology with the living. Make us perfect. Because as humans, and living sentient creatures, we are all petty and squabbling and violent amongst each other, but machines aren't. They're perfect.
No, they're not.
They only do what the
They're only
Creator tells them.
perfect because we make them that way.
Has any one of your machines just gone off and violently tried to kill another machine?
You must have a Terminator.
I must have missed that play.
No, it's gonna be live action today.
I mean, if that's really what you want to do,
And as he's kind of like in this weird monologuing thing, you see him still like pressing buttons on something on his little hover pad. You see the like orb spinning thing from behind him. It pulsates again with this huge burst of energy. And you hear him just say,
I just need a little bit more power.
and as he does that, the egg inside it shatters, and the orb, the energy that's around it maintains. And inside where the egg was, you see curled up what looks to be some sort of a bird made of pure lightning. As it starts spreading out its wings, and you hear an electric screech fill the air, and he goes,
Uh-oh, that probably isn't good.
I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Here, I'll just say this one's Elvin since he's not here. He gets advantage.
How that be?
Yep.
I'm just kidding. I'm not.
Yeah, oh, it's
Holy crap.
unless he takes too long.
That'll be fine.
Yeah. Fuck bag.
It's more for me to the ball with that lightning bird.
You know, it occurred to me just now, I did not prepare Protect from Element or whatever that spell is. And I'm like, I kind of wish I had
Absorb elements.
something like that.
If it's the first level one, then yeah. I don't remember the other ones.
I haven't actually used it before.
Oh shit.
No, is it?
Whoa, it looks like a well. Or something.
Where's our
That's
people
kind of
at?
cool.
Well, of ascension.
Oh, that's a really cool thing. We're rolling for initiative, by the way.
That's the only portal.
Remember if you're here.
Aaron said he wanted a cool battle map, so we have a.
Protection from energy that I did not bring.
I've never heard of that spell in my life. I just never seen it, I don't think.
It's a level 3 abjuration. Oh, I don't see it. Oh no, there's a source. Okay, there's one.
That's what goes through the
Hmm.
team.
For the duration, a willing creature you touch has resistance to one damage type of choice: acid, cold, fire, lightning,
Does look
thunder.
awesome.
Not too bad.
I think
I
it'd
don't
be
have
even
it.
more awesome
I know.
is if
No.
like you toss somebody in there and it actually looks like they're just like endlessly
Oh
falling.
yeah.
Oh, we need protection.
I got a 13 for my initiative.
13. Gotcha.
Sounds good. It's better than mine.
Oh,
That's supposed to be a 3.
My handwriting is atrocious. Is that better?
It's okay,
Where's
mine's
the
not much
B?
better.
What'd you get?
Oh, great.
What do you get on your plus?
my dexterity's terrible.
Same.
I got
Oh, yeah,
17.
plus 1 too.
I got a plus 4.
I'll let you go first.
Well, I got a 9.
Well, my dex is higher than yours, so.
Alright, this whole like rip it and rip it is bullshit.
You gotta
Most
just
of those
peel
are.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, just like that. You know, put a little stain on it.
I could just use my teeth. Or get some filling. You're gonna eat it anyways.
You get a complimentary ride.
Damn!
Oh.
Are we coming from over here?
Yes.
That's sick.
So
What a creative idea.
We're still kind of behind the door, I guess.
I literally called it. I told him that. I was like, dude, you need to get one of those balls if you touch it, like it goes to you. This is like the goose when they're in the attic.
Yeah, it works.
It works real well. I have one of those in my old room. Flux capacitor.
You said you wanted a cool map.
We have an hour to battle.
It's a cool map.
Flux capacitor.
Doctor, we're going to battle. I don't care. We're fighting. Yeah. Can you pull your...
Yeah, I'm gonna move my stuff.
That
Just
looks
make
nice.
sure you got everything you need on here first. Before I move all my stuff out of the way.
That one.
this way?
Oh,
Or are you going the camera?
shit.
Man, I wish that she prepared that lightning spell, protection spell. Oh, good, he's dead. Don't worry, guys.
You said you wanted a cool battle map.
Who said this?
Aaron said this.
It's always
He does
Aaron
not
that
speak
gets us
for us.
killed.
Aaron just wants to watch the world burn.
I feel like I opened up with
The world is a vampire.
Now he is sort of like hovering about high above. I don't have my little flying thing. There's Ichabod.
Oh,
So anyone that wants to get their cool pictures,
Yeah.
go ahead and
Yeah,
do
you
that
should have
now.
prepared that spell.
While I'm taking
Yeah.
everyone's initiatives and stuff.
I kind of meant to, but I forgot, and yeah.
Oh, come on.
Too late now.
Damn, that is a pretty cool map.
Don't worry, guys. I got Spare of the Dying.
You can cast it at range.
You
I
can
guess
turn the
range.
lights on a little bit so you can get the full effect if you want.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably good.
I can turn the. I can
Now
turn
that
the- I can turn
that's
the lights
cool.
on.
I like
Oh, you can dim yours, can't you?
see to the abyss.
Oh
On the
yeah.
bright side, there's plenty I can animate.
Oh yeah, that actually
Yeah.
looks cool.
Yeah.
Quick,
Um,
animate his things before they get animated.
Oh, I was thinking about it. Believe
Let's
me.
move this forward a little bit, and
I
then
bet I can.
That's better.
this way it's on
Just
the map.
do it.
That's
Just
what
go
it's-
and ask it.
Yeah,
Well, if you won't let me, I don't
pretty
wanna
cool.
Waste the 5th level. Because there ain't no way I
Look
can
at
do
me
it
just
with my
stealing
range.
stuff from Matt Mercer. Rob, that needs to go over just a little tiny bit, and then I'd say go ahead and get all your pictures while I'm doing initiative.
All right.
Holy crap, that looks sweet.
That looks
learned
cool on
about this
stream
one.
too. Look at that.
It looks
See
really
the-
good on the screen
Here,
too, gang.
Get in there.
That's sick.
I think I got it.
It needs to go.
We've gotten a lot of time using the overhead shot.
Does the map need to move a little bit?
Flexing in the background.
Where?
Okay, that looks really cool from up top.
Yeah.
I want to make sure they can still see.
It just turned out I was doing this.
But we can't. They can't see your tokens. I'm assuming we're moving forward.
But it
though,
does.
So we'll be fine.
I don't know. As long as they can see this and the yawning
Yeah.
port. Yeah. The
We'll
portal.
be forward. They can just literally not see.
Guys,
this
we
road
can
yet,
get
so.
pictures after. We take a long time in combat.
Yeah,
not wrong.
you guys really do take a long time in combat.
I love you guys. Oh yeah. We always have to. Bill, you're in every fucking map picture. I swear to God. Like
It's because he's
whether
the map
it's
guy.
it's you doing the double fuck you or the
All right.
flexing.
We'll also
or-
get some pictures after.
Yeah.
All right. I gotta roll some initiatives here for the
I feel like the
things.
candle really sets the mood.
That's what set it off.
Okay, that kind of looks
Little
sick.
pumpkin
I got the
spice.
bird in the reflection here behind Ichabod.
Right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to be like, this is what we're doing right now. You guys are missing it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So while they're doing that, I'm gonna get your guys' initiative. Liz, how'd you do?
9.
9. Nine for Liz.
Heck yeah.
Nevena, how'd you do?
13.
13. Rocky, how'd you do?
11.
11. Skriz,
Not an initiative
21.
guy.
21. Elvin,
21. Skriz goes first.
Well, it's a good thing I don't have lightning bolt prepared.
okay.
Because I feel like that would be useless here. I keep seeing that light back there. I'm like, wow, it's bright outside. It's like 9:18.
20. I am not.
Oh yeah, need Linda's token as well.
It's on my tree stuff.
Yeah. I'll find it, but I don't know where.
Don't you dig through my stuff.
Ooh, what monsters are in here we're
This
gonna
is where I
fight and
keep all
die
the
to
secret
probably.
Really need to find it.
What would we die to next?
Everything. I'm pretty sure I have your bird here too.
If not, I can just use a token or something. I'm not sure if she's going to be particularly
I have the
useful.
bird here. Here.
Here's your bird.
And here's you.
Thank you.
She has an actual mini. I just haven't painted it yet.
Nice. Yeah, what are you using the dagger you've been holding?
I do have a dagger in my inventory, but if I'm up close and personal, if I have to use melee, I'd rather use my quarterstaff, which
Yeah.
is just a beat up old broom that's been enchanted.
Luckily, I have proficient in rapiers, so
Nice.
use that.
Anyone ever seen that show like Kings of Pain or whatever? Those two crazy guys.
They sit there and it's like either let the snapping turtle bite them or they
Yeah.
put the scorpion and
I just saw the one with the scorpions. My dad was watching it, and I was like, "This is fucking disgusting."
yeah.
But yeah, it's a scorpion kind of like that, and they held it, and then it stung him like right in the tip of the finger.
Yeah, like the quick of the nail, like if they like right underneath that would be the worst. Because you know how it is if you cut your nails too close and you pop that quick right there.
Yeah, and it's like, yowza. God. Yeah, that's what these scorpions remind me of.
And top of the round, Skriznet, you're up.
This is kind of
As the orb sort of, you see the egg inside sort of shatter. You still see lightning pulsating around it, almost as if there's like a glass sphere or an energy field around it. But you see a bird that looks like it was curled down, and then it stretches out its wings, and you see and hear lightning and flashes of purple and red energy beaming off of its wings as like a little mini explosion forays from the background. This bird looks fucking pissed.
It's free, guys. You can surely thank us without shooting us something.
So like all around that bird is just like lightning bolts going off.
Yes.
I'm going to. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Wanda.
So, seeing Ichabod, seeing the bird come free, I think Ichabod is finally, or Skriz is finally snapped. He thinks of what Ichabod could do towards smearing the Izzet name further, what he could do to his father in the future, and he remembers, I think, like a flash flood overtakes him of what his dad actually was to him growing up, and he runs forward, and as he's running forward, he springs up to make it look like he's no longer sick. It was just a facade, and he pulls that little the little wormling, mechanical wormling that he has, and he points it towards Ichabod, and he just, with his hand, he'd already put the one wander back in his belt loop, and he has that wormling, and he just, with his shield, he just thrusts it forward, and he casts catapult to throw that wormling and catapult it towards Ichabod.
Towards Ichabod. Okay. Go ahead and do your spell attack.
How high did you say Ichabod is?
How high?
Yeah, you said
He's probably 100 feet in the air.
100 feet.
What's the range?
Yeah, he is actually hovering very high above the ground.
Oh, he's 100 feet in the
Yeah,
air.
he's every bit of 100 feet.
So if I run towards
Yeah,
him,
you can use those. That's good. You just stack them up over there. That'll work.
so if I run towards him,
Thanks, Rocky.
Got you.
Thanks, Rocky.
oh, I
That's
didn't
my
know he was 100
concentration
feet in
before
the
I
air.
die.
This dice squishy.
What?
Feel that?
What the fuck?
Is that one of the ones you made?
Yeah.
What
Maybe
the
it didn't
hell?
set up. Right.
Yeah.
Did you just make it?
No, it's been made for a while.
Yeah, he's been using that for a long time.
Maybe
What
that's why it
the-
doesn't roll
Breaking
very good.
down.
Huh?
Maybe that's why it doesn't roll very
Maybe
good.
why it rolls awesome. So
Nice.
All right, this spell has a. I can't do that one. Never mind. I didn't know he's 100 feet up in the air. I forgot I got concentration on you guys. Yeah, can you put the concentration?
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
took the
I almost forgot about that.
In my new locker bag.
nice.
I also have a animate with me. I'm gonna say it's probably half gone. I've kept it up the whole time.
Okay.
It's just a medium.
Distance wise. If he was on fire.
So we're about 45 away from him, and then 100 up, so you're saying about 120.
I think as I'm gonna run towards the pillars,
What's fly speed?
and think once I get forward, I've kind of recognized that I can't throw, because if I ran to the pillar at my 30 feet, he would still be what, 70 feet, where.
If he's 100 feet from the ground,
Yeah.
then that's. You'd probably be within 120 feet of him.
Okay, so that's not gonna work. And I don't want to break that. I think I'm pissed on this. I'm gonna run towards the pillars. Put me to the pillars.
You don't go just the pillars or
Yeah, in between the pillars. I want to be in between the pillars, like looking eye to eye towards Ichabod. And I'm gonna have the shield, and I'm pulling out the Wand of Wonders, and I'm gonna point it at him, and I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like, bang bang. And I'm going to cast.
But, like, I hope it polymorphs into like an elephant or something stupid. That would be hilarious. 100 feet in the air.
Take a lot of damage. As soon as it hit the ground, it would probably transform back.
Alright. I've got that for later on. I'm going to cast. I'm casting the Wand of Wonders at
Here we go.
Ichabod. Of course, it's taking forever to load up.
I got it.
It's
I got
a-
it up.
It's a D100.
I understand.
I got the table up.
Yeah.
I'll do you.
I have it up because I want to see what kind of BS is on this thing.
I don't know why it's taking forever. I cast the Wand of Wonders at Ichabod.
Okay.
That would be a 95.
Shimmering light. A burst of colorful shimmering light extends from you at a 30-foot radius. You and each creature in the area that can see you must succeed in a DC 15 con save or become blinded. So only creatures within 30 feet of you. You become really bright in a 30-foot radius for 1 minute.
What's capacity?
So you're bright.
He's like really bright.
Like
To
I
the
step,
point-
I run forward, I cast Wand of Wonder to him. It basically just makes me shimmer up and into a radiant light. I'm a burst of colorful shimmering lights extends from you 30-foot radius. You and each creature in the area that can see you must succeed a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or become blinded for 1 minute. A creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each turn, ending the effect on itself.
What's the radius?
30 foot.
Fuck, that's all of us.
Oh, well, aren't we behind the door
It said
though?
each creature.
Are we
Well,
behind, like, a
we
wall?
are kind of behind the door. I don't know. Well, it's 30-foot radius doesn't really matter, I think, for that.
Yeah, it
30-foot
won't- it
radius,
it.
Jesus.
It wouldn't hit us.
We have
It's
to
30
see it.
feet on each side, so we're 45 feet away from them. Yeah, we're 45 feet away from
We
them.
should be further. Just 'cause of the-
You just put him on the map because of the doorway.
What I'm saying is because you're casting it on Ichabod.
Well,
Yeah.
it's on.
It'd
Does
be
it
on
extend
Ichabod.
out from Ichabod or from Skriz?
Yeah, if I cast it on him, wouldn't it go on him?
What's the range
Of the Wand of Wonders?
of the spell?
It says you can choose the action to expend one of its charges and choose a target within 120 feet of you.
Yes.
Okay.
So it would be the
It
target.
would be
of
on
the-
him.
Okay.
Yeah. So it sees you in 30 feet around.
Yes.
30
So
feet
he's-
on
So
each
yeah,
side.
he illuminates.
So, but he has to make a Constitution saving throw, or he's blinded. It's a DC 15.
Oh yeah, it is. It is the person also. Wow, I didn't forgot that part.
19.
He
Wow.
passed.
But it's still bright, right?
Yes.
It's still bright,
So Ichabod lights up bright.
so everybody knows where he's at. So guys, I told you this is not a bad thing right here. I mean, and then with my bonus action, I'm gonna. Yes, I can. It's 120 feet. I'm shooting a cod cannon at him.
Hell yeah.
Please, squishy dice, roll good. I love you, squishy dice. You're my favorite squishy dice.
I shall call you Squishy, and you shall be mine, and you shall be my Squishy.
And that would be bonus action. So it's 24,
Yeah, 24 hits.
and it does. Two D8. That one. 6 damage.
6 damage, you got it.
You go down dead. We're leaving you out. On the water dice. Movement, bonus action. I'm done. And I did break concentration.
Certainly not my turn next.
Don't forget, you guys got +3 and
Yes.
can't be frightened.
Yeah, so you inflict 6 points of damage on him. As your cannon blasts out and rips through, you're able to see him very easy because of how bright and illuminated he is. And he's sort of like rubbing his eyes over his goggles. He's trying to lift them up, and he's having a hard time really focusing on much anything at the moment. Next up is Elvin.
Okay, so Elvin's eyes are going to begin to glow again with this light energy, and you're going to see the wings kind of pop up on the back of Elvin, and you hear from Elvin in this like very faint voice. I am God. I am war. I am death. And I'll come swooping in right past him.
How much?
All
Right.
they heard was
I
I
love
am
her.
God.
Yeah.
I love
Right.
it, guys.
Sweeping right through. You just kind of feel if Skriz even has hair.
If you poop on my shoulder as you go by.
Um, so using my full action to dash.
Okay.
So I don't know how much you gave me for flying speed.
30 feet.
30 feet.
30 feet. Okay. So
It's
yeah.
mostly like an aesthetic cool thing,
he's
not
40.
a I can fly everywhere I want to go thing.
Yeah, it's all good. So we did the math. We did hypotenuse. He's 109 feet away from us.
0.66.
Yes. So 110. We'll call it 110.
Okay. So that's 60 feet.
Again,
so
I'm trying
you're-
to ascend up.
Mhm.
So I am floating right now. You can put me on the pedestal. Oh yeah, you can put me on that because I'll be able to reach him next turn.
So yeah. So we'll just. See, that's why I have drinks with caps on them.
Okay. Now for spiritual weapon, I know it says it's a floating spectral thing. Is it like 5 feet floating or like?
What's the range on it?
Okay, well that's 60 feet.
You can shoot it anywhere in 60
Okay,
feet.
that's all. I was just making sure. So, and again, the whole time you just keep hearing him say, "I am God. I am war. I am death," and you see the hand pop up right behind Ichabod, the hand that I used to use, and you see it kind of grab Ichabod and try to drag him down.
Oh my god.
Okay.
It's terrifying.
Make an attack roll.
It's the zinc figure. He just goes.
15.
15 does not hit.
Okay. That's it for me.
Next up is the from where the orb is at. You see more bolts of electricity and pink energy shoot out from the center of the bird as it erupts. You see this bright flash where the bird momentarily disappears, and then like a bolt of lightning shoots straight out from where the bird was at, and it reappears right down here.
It's fucking a scorpion.
It's going to just immediately attack the scorpion.
It's helping us.
Hey!
It just hates everybody.
Yeah.
It's the Elvin of their group.
Tries to break its neck.
So when Elvin's saying this, does it sound like Elvin's voice? Or is it
So the way I just said it, that's what it sounds like.
interesting? Okay.
So
Its first
So
attack
for
misses.
yeah.
Columbus accent.
It turns into a bolt of lightning again, and immediately flies here in front of Elvin.
So is it flying
It's about the same height as Elvin.
sandwich screws in between?
And it erupts in a bright flash of electricity and lightning as it looks as though it came and just streaked almost like a pink lightning bolt, and then it erupts in front of you. The lightning and energy that comes off of it is so strong that the hair on the back of your neck and hands and arms stands up, and you hear this like shrilled shrieking. It sounds like an electronic screech as it appears in front of you. That's going to be the Arc Light Phoenix's turn. Next up is the lightning-looking, scorpion-looking thing here. It skitters to life, and it comes charging down here. Move it up to Rocky. It clings and clatters and almost sort of like does this weird volley across the wall. You see it actually is able to stick to the walls, and it comes back down. And it comes in and it reaches in with its metallic sharp-ass claw. That is not going to hit you. 15 to hit?
Nope.
Second claw attack is worse. And then you see its stinger rear up with electricity and lightning sparking off of it as it comes in to try and sting you with an electric stinger. 9's just not going to get it done now. That's going to be its turn. Next up is Navenna. Rocky, you're on deck.
I feel like it misses me because as it starts crawling, I'm a little terrified of bugs. I get like the goosebumps and shaking a bunch as it's coming at me, and it just kind of shake out of the way.
Okay, so the robots on the tables are not yet activated.
They do not seem like they are activated now.
So I've been around some robotic things. I would assume I would know that whether I could animate that or not.
I would say no. Not with the amount of energy that's already being poured into it.
Alright.
It's not exactly what I would call lifeless.
Okay,
It's just not fully operational.
fair. Had to ask. Let's see.
It's over on me.
Death Straw is fully operational.
Alright. What size creature, so to speak, would you say the shelving is?
Large.
Large?
Mine is
Alright. And that's still probably large. What about that one over there? Medium or large?
Medium.
Medium? Alright. I should be able to reach all of that. Yes, definitely. So I am going to cast Animate Objects, 5th level. And I am going to bring that shelf, and the shelf with the bottles to life.
Okay.
And I need a concentrate token, please.
I feel like when you do the shelves and stuff like that, it's like Beauty and the Beast.
That's exactly what was in my head when I did it.
Yeah.
I also was, I kept, refreshing the, spell on the doll.
Mhm.
So I'd say it's probably about a half gone spell. Can I have a token for that? It's just a medium. And since I'm using my creepy marionette doll, this is Annabelle.
Oh my god. Like when you name your, it's like, Chris like,
I have a list of names.
built to some episodes, that's the creepiest thing I've heard so far.
Yeah, we've been through 50 episodes of Elven.
I mean, Chunky hasn't showed up yet.
Yeah.
And
You keep talking.
I'm just figuring out what range I've got and everything. Alright, so that was my action. I'm going to use my bonus action to move and have the furniture attack.
Okay.
I can't reach up to hit the bird or Ichabod or anything, so I'm going to move this over to attack the scorpion.
Okay.
I'm going to move this one. Just assuming I can't get all the way around, so we'll just put it. Can you put it up right?
How far?
Just right up next to that robot, since
Right here?
yeah, I'm gonna be attacking it since it's not, even though it's not active yet. I want to damage it first
Fair
if I
enough.
can. And would you mind moving the one with the bottles over to flank that thing with Rocky?
Ooh. You just flanking?
Uh-huh. And
Rocky's loincloth got tied.
From poop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
He
too.
pooped a
You
little.
hear ting and then ting.
okay, and then I'm gonna move this one over here.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack different things with all of it. We'll start with this scorpion, the large one. I don't have all this up written out yet.
So much happening.
I know. I'm so
Sorry.
proud. I'm actually so proud of this battle.
It's pretty cool. It's
Impromptu levels too, which is good.
Yeah, very good. I actually have those like flight pedestals, but I feel like they get in the way more than they actually help.
It kind of
Sometimes.
depends. It has to be like a big map.
yeah.
They're pretty cool, but I like those ones that it's like a single stand, kind of like these that raise out.
Yeah, that one doesn't have advantage yet because I'm assuming I moved that one. Okay, so does 13 hit this scorpion?
Nope.
Alright, I'm going to attack with Annabelle here. And she does get flanking, I'm assuming. Ooh. 15?
Nope.
You have more dice.
Dang.
on this?
Okay.
The wood starts smacking on the metallic parts of the scorpions and doesn't seem to do any substantial damage.
Alright. I'm going to use the large one next to the currently inactive robot over there. I'm going to try to damage it while it's still down.
Sure. You have advantage on the attack.
Alright.
Get it.
I'm rolling like garbage. 17?
I believe that hits. I don't want to tell you wrong. Yeah, that hits.
Alright, that's 2d10 plus 2. Again, garbage rolls.
Yeah.
That's 7,
No, it's
9
pretty
damage
Sure. Okay.
Then it inspired
against
you
the
guys to
ones
work.
on the table.
Inspired us to
And
be
then the
better.
medium one is going to flank with
It
Rocky
was
on
visible,
the this one.
Okay.
You guys supported me. I judge you.
You were supposed to support me.
Oh, that's better.
It was around each other.
23.
Yeah.
You guys have weak levels.
6 damage.
Okay, you got anything else?
I'm going to move because I don't want to be clustered up.
I think we finally got somebody that's smart in our group. The rest of us like, chain link, guys. We're stronger as a group.
We're playing Red Rover, baby.
We're stronger together.
And Tinsel is going to. I'm sorry this is taking so long, guys.
And Ben is like, I'm not into touchy feely. You guys just stand over there by yourself. I will go over here with my tables and stuff.
Tinsel is going to basically go straight up 60 feet and just
You got it.
float.
Rocky, you're up.
All right, so
Liz, you're on deck.
sword in hand, big old nice grip here, and I'm gonna turn to that big ass scorpion. I'm gonna say I fucking hate scorpions, and I'm gonna swing at that bitch
Get him.
with advantage because I can. That is a lot to hit. 26.
That hits.
And that is 7 plus 5, 13 damage.
You got it.
Schwang number 2. I'm going to use my bonus action actually to cast Hex on that guy because I forgot.
Oh, on this one?
Yep. So I will do that. And that is a 25 to hit.
That hits.
Well, we just put it right there. Little hat.
After this,
9, 14 damage.
14 damage. You got it.
And I'll do it.
All right. Rocky comes up and takes a couple of big swings at the metallic scorpion. Liz, you're up.
Oh wait, can I wink at Skriz to shoot his
Yep.
cannon if he wants?
You get your reaction to shoot rapid attack.
Yeah, that's fine. Skriz is going to basically he grabs a crossbow, still has like the crossbow like the one like in his hand, and he grabs the crossbow and he takes it. What is the range on the crossbow?
Probably 60 feet.
Let me check.
60, I don't know what extent of feet is.
60, 120.
No, I'm just.
Might be.
I think it's 120.
60 to 120.
So
You got a light one?
it shows 80 feet to 320 feet.
So
It
80
might be-
feet, a regular roll up to 320 at this point.
I think you're in range of the 80 feet with Ichabod.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
so-
yeah, he's 100 feet up, but
Yeah.
he's not going to get disadvantage.
so I can't hit Ichabod from here. So I'm gonna point at Ichabod and like, you know, look out you, you little son of a bitch.
Oh my gosh.
Yes! Suck it,
crossbow.
Ichabod!
So
Yes,
what she does.
he reaches up
he
and
dies.
he shoots him with it, and as he hit the bolt hits him, he's like, "Oh, that's such a great shot."
Gets him right underneath the fingernail.
Yes. Like when after I shoot that, I know it's such a great shot. I just take the crossbow and like, yes. Do that like. Fuck you, suck. All right, the first one was 4 hit points, and with the crit, it 9 more on top of it.
Ichabod takes a shot. It smacks him in the one shoulder. It knocks him off of his hover disc. He goes spinning back off the hover disc, and you hear him just go, and he falls down into the abyss.
What?
Probably not a good thing.
Yeah. I knew I should have vortex warped him elsewhere.
As he's going down, he goes,
I'll get you!
That was too.
What was he, Darth Maul?
Shit.
I've been falling for 3 hours.
he's like,
This man's Darth Maul over here. Cut his torso in half.
I'll let you kill him.
Like, no, I'm like,
I can't.
what?
No, he's.
Can't be about anything.
All you hear from the background.
And then he takes the 1-to-1 and he doesn't snap it over.
So then that ends my turn officially.
Liz, you're up.
Well, I was gonna magic missile him, but he's gone. So
We got
guess
enough.
I gotta think of
We
something
got
else.
enough other items out there.
Rocky hit this guy, right? Did this guy take damage? I remembered. I'm gonna
Yeah.
cast Toll of Dead on it then. So that is a Wisdom saving throw.
11.
An 11 fails. It's 2d12. So that's 9 necrotic on a scorpion, and then I will do it again with my bonus action.
Okay.
So it's another wisdom.
18.
That one saves. Okay. And I agree with Vinna. Standing in the same area is not a good idea, so that's a line. There. And yes, Benedict is there for now.
That it?
Yes.
All right. Next up is the other scorpion thing. It being surrounded by the furniture and being a little bit confused, it immediately attacks the porcelain doll.
Okay.
Say 16 to hit.
Yes.
So it reaches out with a claw and it tries to pinch her down on this little scorpion thingy. Or let's see, this is going to be one. Gonna be this. That's 12 points of bludgeoning damage as this thing grapples onto you. You are now grappled. It's going to turn slightly and it's going to attempt to claw the bench behind it. That's a 19.
Hits.
It's going to take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Then it's going to attempt to make a stinger attack at the porcelain doll.
Okay.
That is a 19 as well.
Hits.
So it's going to take 9 points of piercing damage, and then you see the spark of electricity as it pierces into the animate object. It like implodes and pulses electricity into it. It takes an additional 11 points of lightning damage. Still grappled.
Still up. For now.
Okay. Gonna skip that for now. Skriz, you're up. Elvin, you're on deck.
Alright. Captain's through.
I still got concentration up for that. I think a little disappointment sets up on Skriz, and he's like looking around. So the two bodies are still laying on the table, right?
Mhm.
That scorpion over there hasn't even moved yet, has it? It's just
It's surrounded.
It attacked. It's just attacked.
Yeah, I've got
Okay.
my.
And then I have the electrical bird flying above me, right?
Yep. You can play with it, guys. It's totally this is what it brought it for.
I think
No.
I touched that thing like 9 times.
It's cool, right?
Now, does your
Yeah.
Chaos Bolt, like, is it using the Signet, does that count as a spell where it break concentration on your...
Yeah, it depends on if you maintain concentration on it or not, but yes, it would.
It would break concentration using the Signet. That's why I want to make sure, because it since it's a Signet, I wanted to make sure on that.
That's probably concentration. That's probably concentration.
How far up is the
bird?
bird from me?
Same height as Elvin.
So I think 60.
Less than 60 feet? Within 60 feet?
Which bolt is concentration? Chaos bolt is not.
Yeah, I didn't think case bolt was concentration.
That's what I asked, Chaos Bolt.
Yeah, you said asked if chaos bolt would break concentration. I thought you meant witch bolt.
No. That's what I was asking.
You can
Using
cast
my
it.
Izzet Guild.
You can cast any spell you want, whether it's an Izzet spell or not, as
As
long
long
as it's not a new concentration spell.
So it can be instantaneous,
Yeah.
as long as that doesn't break concentration.
Right. If you cast another concentration
Oh.
spell, it would break the concentration.
Yeah, that's the
spell.
only
As long as it's not a concentration
Correct.
spell. Got you. I'm going to... so that's within 60 feet of me, right?
Mhm.
I'm going to I'm going to have my little worm, the metal worm that I picked up in the lab on the way in. I'm going to take it and I'm going to hold it up towards that lightning bird, and I'm going to cast catapult on the worm to throw it, launch it towards it.
Okay.
It has to make a dexterity saving throw.
I got a 10.
That fails. On a failed save, the object strikes the target and stops moving. When the object strikes something, the object and what it strikes both take 3d8 bludgeoning damage. See, I didn't use the one, guys. Because I love you all. Oh, nice. 14 damage. And
On the bird, right?
on the bird and the little mechanical worm that I just threw at wormling that I threw.
You got it.
So, and then with that, since it took that that was my last first level. On top of that, it's gonna also take. Since I casted the spell, it's gonna take, and I'm guessing that's bigger than I am, right? It's also going to take an extra 4 damage of Fury of the Small.
Angry go.
And then bonus action. You've already got Bardic.
Yep.
Bonus action, I'm going to take the Cod Cannon. And I'm going to shoot it at the bird also. It's 15.
Does not hit.
Okay.
Anything
And movement still. Holy crap. I'm stuck between a neck breaker and a hard place. That thing hasn't moved yet, right?
Nope.
I'm not
I would like to move around here to that side.
Okay.
5, 10, 15,
I got
20, 20. Okay. Because I hadn't seen it move, so I'm going to move behind that pillar there. And be like, oh, I'm going to piss that off. I'm getting away from it. But I think at this point, Skriznet's like a little angry because Ichabod is gone already. He was expecting this fight to be a little bit deeper than what it was.
Ooh, we ain't gonna be Rush Hour 3.
Elvin, you're up.
So
Then you're after 2 monsters.
Elvin's still with glowing eyes. You just, again, you hear the voice and it gets louder, where you can kind of hear it over the buzzing and everything. I am death, I am war. Today is your judgment day. You get no prayer, because for your last breath, I am your God. And welcome to my sanctuary. And I'll cast Spirit Guardians, and you'll see those 4 same little kids come out.
Okay.
It's a lollipop game. It's a lollipop guild coming out. Why the fuck you get weirder every episode? Like, I thought I was the weirdo of the group. You just take it one step.
That actually worked out perfectly. We're actually on the pillar. That's my action. Bonus action. You're going to see the kind of look in my eyes kind of fade from this yellowish glow to a black purplish mist, and I will cast Hexblade Curse on the bird.
Okay. Alright. Anything else?
That's it for me.
It's the bird's turn. The bird looking at you and swirling around all this dark, chaotic energy. It
Well,
seems sort of
3D.
frightened at a moment.
Make a check.
What
Wisdom
check?
check. Spirit Guardians.
19.
That passes, so you'll take half of that's okay. Continue with what you're saying.
How much damage is it?
Yeah.
87.
Yeah.
Half of that.
16, 8 after half.
Gosh.
You see it like sort of form into this little ball of energy, and it shoots out like a bolt of lightning. It goes through Elvin. Elvin, you take 9 points of lightning damage as it shoots through you, and it launches down into this scorpion through its tail. You see it fill up the scorpion with energy, and the scorpion explodes. Everything within 30 feet of it take 22 points of bludgeoning damage as the scorpion explodes.
22.
Okay.
Sorry,
Skriz,
make a dex save.
Rocky.
If you fail, you're going to take 22.
That doesn't provoke
that's a
opportunity
Oh, he
attack.
got a
Just
20.
want to make sure.
Dirty 20.
He's good.
21.
So you're going to take half. You take 11.
You gotta roll.
Oh, yeah, roll.
Uh-huh.
And then the phoenix pops out through the back of the, or through the top of the bird, or through the top of the scorpion, and the scorpion is just laid in shrapnel pieces.
Birds there now.
How far did? How close are
The
they?
bird's about 10 feet from you.
10 feet.
10 feet.
Did you already put guidance on me earlier?
I think that's only for
That's the bird. That's the bird's movement.
ability checks.
12.
Yeah, it's only for ability
That's a
checks.
fail. So you take 22 points of bludgeoning damage. This thing is going to attack Rocky.
Does the X transfer over to him because he went into the scorpion that was X?
Nope.
But he still has. Oh, okay. That's
I
it.
can move it on my bonus.
Yeah, it's his
27 to hit.
That'll do it.
Okay. You take 27 points of lightning damage as this thing bites into you, and you feel electricity course through your body. It actually shoots through you. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Skriz,
Oh my gosh.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
This light, I can't see shit. A 19.
All right, you pass. As the bolt of lightning goes through, when it opens up its beak, it like shoots out lightning almost. It shoots through Rocky and like does this U-turn, weird right angle directly at Skriz, but Skriz is able to dodge out of the way.
That was fucking close.
You're killing me.
I can smell burnt hairs. Like, is that you or me, Rocky?
The scorpion that was there is gone. Navena, you're up. Rocky, you're after Navena.
Alright, sorry, the, electric bird thing is roughly ground level, like we can reach it from the ground, or is it up in the
It's
air?
not on the ground, but yeah,
But-
you could reach it from the ground.
Okay. So, yeah.
It's probably
like
10
this.
feet in the air, maybe somewhere between 10 and 6 feet in the air, floating.
Okay. And everything else is where I want it, so we'll start attacking. I'm going to use Nicholas, the potions shelf, to attack the bird. Do I get flanking because of Rocky, or is it, that thing's too far away?
Rocky's not actually within
Yeah.
his melee, so no.
Alright. So Nicholas gets an 18.
That hits.
Alright. Seven damage.
You got it.
And then I want to attack with Pine, which is the bookshelf over there. Attacking the prone
Pine?
Pine. I've named all of them. Advantage because he's prone.
Cherry.
Yeah.
That one's oak.
Professor?
Not what I was thinking, but you know.
Does he live in Kanto and study Pokemon?
I mean, now he does.
His official game.
17.
17 hits.
Alright. That's 16 damage.
You got it.
And then, Annabelle and this one I think was Oak. Yeah, Oak are going to attack this thing, each getting advantage because of flanking. So Annabelle first. That is 21 to
to
Yeah,
hit.
that hits.
6 damage. And oak. $22 to hit.
That hits.
Um, 13 damage.
You got it.
And I think I'm gonna stay where I am. So I'm done.
Doing anything else?
That's it.
No other actions?
Oh, no, I can't attack myself. Shit. Sorry.
You don't have to do anything.
No, I would like to. I just got so focused on dealing with all my nonsense.
No, it's not nonsense. They're doing a lot of damage.
This is, what I brought, this is actually
Damage.
what I brought the furniture for. I figured they give her physical things she could see to animate.
I really wanted to see the chair go.
I mean, the night is young.
If it was closer.
Be our guest.
B-R.
Have a seat.
I am just going to.
You're gonna have to come up with some better furniture puns for when
True.
they hit. I'm
I'm
just saying.
terrible at puns.
That's
So
alright.
anybody has any ideas, let me know.
Just lay the wood to him.
One of your shelves can be like, what's your shelf life?
Damn.
Heard you want something from the top shelf.
How about a stool sample? That's what we're here for. We're here
You
to
guys
help
are
out.
amazing. I'm going to Ray of Frost this scorpion.
You got it.
So that.
Have you played tonight?
He cast Toll the Dead Blaster.
Two toes Ted. Two toes.
24.
Told the
24
Ted.
hits.
Ted
Told Ted.
Tolls?
You just see the teddy bear come out there and it's like,
I
oh
don't
god,
have to do
it just makes like gnarly jokes. Dick
10
jokes and
damage.
shit, yeah.
And, hold on. I think I missed something. And his speed is reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
You got it.
And then that is it.
Rocky, you're up. Lizica, you're on deck.
Alright, I'm gonna close with this fucking bird.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to move Hex to the bird. I'm gonna tell the bird that I also dislike it. And I'm
You
gonna-
give the bird the bird.
Yep. Shoot the bird. And then I'm gonna swing at him 2 times.
You got it.
You have advantage because of flanking.
With advantage.
This is actually one of my favorite enemies. I'm so glad I get to finally use it.
I'm glad you chose to go from Elvin to me. 19 to hit.
I mean, he hit Elvin without actually rolling. That's pretty dope, right?
That's terrible. 19 to hit?
Hits.
Or 20 actually. $13 damage.
13 damage. As you lay into this thing, you feel electricity course through your body as you make contact with it. You're going to take 9 points of lightning damage for hitting it.
Did you already get rid of your 3 temporary?
One of my animates hit the bird a minute ago. Do I
They're
still?
made of wood.
Okay, just making sure.
I'm making a DM. They're made of wood.
I
Not
just don't want
super
to cheat.
conductive.
I just don't want to cheat.
Porcelain, however, I'm going to say yes.
Oh, fuck. I'm gonna burn my inspiration.
Oh no, it's happening.
Alright, that hits 25.
Yep.
And I'm gonna pump a
Good burn.
second level Divine Smite into him. Is he undead or any of that shit? Celestial, fiend,
He's an elemental.
bitch, all.
Is elemental bitches on your list?
And I feel like a modification is in my list.
He's just changing it to I smite bitches. Is he a bitch?
Does he look like a bitch?
And I'll just be like, his name definitely is not Marcellus Moles. It's not.
God, I want to make a character now that's like Marcellus. Yes.
Worst Divine Smite of my life.
Like, what class would you make Marcellus?
Hitman or Samuel L. Jackson?
No, like from like Pulp Fiction.
Samuel L. Jackson is 100% a fighter.
21
a
damage.
gunsmith fighter.
What about like the one like
Oh, he's
Zed is
top.
dead?
He's probably that's what's his name? That's Bruce Willis.
No,
He's the one that says Zed.
but I thought Marcellus was the guy that
Ving Rhames.
Ving Rhames.
Bing Range. Yeah. What would you say he is? More of a like
Barbarian.
barbarian.
Yep.
Probably. What did I say? I think I said 20 damage.
Yep.
And
I got
then
you.
I guess that'll
You take another 9 points of damage as you strike into it.
do.
Feels good.
Feels great. I'm also made of wood.
You are not. How do you keep a Minotaur from hitting you? Hitting back when he hits you.
I'm a wooden warforged.
So that ends my turn.
Alright, Lizica, you're up.
Alright.
Skriz, you are after the Scorpion.
Let's knock up Tinsel.
Nice,
Thank you, Tony. So
Tinsel's
at
fine.
30. I'm going to cast Blight at this bird. So there's a Constitution saving throw. Try and sap its life force.
21.
You got save, so it'll take half damage. 8d8 product damage. Oh, that's pretty good. 14, 20, 28, 35, 44 halved necrotic
22.
damage.
Okay.
So I'm going to 5, 10, 15. And then I'm going to run away.
Fair.
That's my turn.
The Scorpion thing, still gripping on to the Porcelain Doll, is going to make another claw attack. I'm sure that hits. That's going to be 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
And it goes down.
It's going to make another claw attack at the bench behind it. That's a crit. 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
At least they're not critting me.
It's going to attempt to hit you with a stinger.
You said 24 points of damage?
Mm-hmm.
Hit
It's
who else?
16 to hit.
Hits.
The shelf.
So you're going to take 9 points of piercing damage, but no lightning damage because you're made of wood.
Alright. I'm still up for now.
That's going to be its turn. Skriz, you're up. Elvin, you're on deck.
So, shit, I forgot what I was going to do. Oh, no, I know what I was going to do. So you see Skriz reach into his little pouch, brings out a little bit of the black powder that he has, and he does a little bit of the Salt Bay, but with the black powder on his Wand of Wonders. What everybody doesn't know is why he has this is he's made this his artificer like point of attack, so he can use this to cast spells other than his Wand of Wonders, and it is just so everybody knows. He made it. It's his arcane firearm.
Okay.
So when I cast a when I cast the artificer spell, I can use the Wand of Wonder as my medium. And if I hit, I also do an extra 1d8 on top of that, using this as my arcane firearm.
Okay.
So, so he brings out the little. He has his arm hooked into his shield. Got the Wand of Wonders. He pinches a little bit of it. Does a little salt bay. Sprinkles a little bit of fire, the black powder on top of the one, and he goes, "Hey Rocky, have you heard
What?
that the bird is the word?"
Oh.
And he points and he casts Scorching Ray at the bird at second level, and then he goes the bird at the, and he shoots Scorching Ray at the bird. Yeah. Wow. Oh, here we go. First Scorching Ray is a 13.
Misses.
Second one is a
19.
26.
That is.
And the third Scorching Ray is a 20.
That also hits.
Nice.
So that would be,
2 rays.
for every target hit, it's 2d6. Let's find dice that I can read, damn it. So the first one is 8 damage. The second rate of hit is 7 damage. And I get to do it. You gain a 1d8 to one of the spell's damage rolls, and then a 1d8 on top of that, which would be a 6 on top of that.
It's 21. Pretty good.
And then using that spell, I'm doing another extra 4 damage because of Fury of the Small.
Very nice.
Okay.
And I'm gonna look at the bird and be like, "Have you ever heard of a woodpecker?" And I shoot it with my cocktail. And I miss terribly. That would be a 11.
Nope.
Didn't think so, but it was worth it.
I duck.
Shoot it.
Uh,
Hit by my word.
As you see him fire a blast from the cannon and launch a couple searing rays at the bird, a couple of them connect. The bird screeches out with
I'm
an
gonna
electric
move him
buzz.
behind here.
Elvin, you're up.
And I'm moving him behind the pillar since I already hit the bird.
So you'll see through this like dark energy. You'll kind of just see it moving through, like almost like clouds moving in a nice cloudy day. And you begin to hear in a little girl voice, "Why run from the god? Why run? Join us in the sanctuary." And I'll get right on top of the bird, like right above it, and you'll just hear this like crack of damage, and I swing right on the bird with boon. X's concentration.
I think so.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it then. Alright, so with me being above the bird, am I able to get advantage?
Actually,
Because I'm on top of the, like I said, I'd be just above, hovering above the bird. Would I get advantage?
Sure.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay, so that is a 20, not natural,
That hits.
dirty, sorry. All right. Just can't do X. So on the first swing, it's going to be 11 damage.
Do you have Hex up currently?
No, just Hexblade Curse.
Got it.
So yeah, it's going to be 11 damage on the first swing. I will swing again. Good thing I don't crit in 17s.
yeah.
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 Gross. 8 plus 4, 12. 13 more damage.
You got it. You take 18 points of lightning damage as you hit it twice.
Oh, I gotta make a con save from that for my hunter's mark.
And make you don't have any concentration spells. Oh, you have spirit.
Yes,
Guardians.
spirit guard.
Good.
Make 2 con saves. It's 9 each one.
What do I have to make for mine?
9. The damage was 9 for each one. So.
I got an 18 and 13, so double pass.
Gucci.
And bonus action, I'll move my hand closer to this bird.
How far can you move it?
It's only 20 feet,
Got
so it's going to be basically like
I'll
where
have
Skriz is
indicator
at level
for it,
lined
but
up.
yeah,
All right.
over there.
Anything else from you, Elvin?
Use that.
No, you just keep hearing them say, you hear all the kids laughing, like almost if they're having a good time at a playground. And
Birdie.
I'm just saying, I am God, I am death.
From above you, over top of the pit, you hear what sounds like some sort of a mechanical arm or claw let something loose, and a very large object that you can't see, it's like wrapped up in a sheet, falls down into the tunnel. That's its turn. The Phoenix is up.
We just heard something fall in the
You
tunnel.
actually see something huge fall from the upper levels, and it drops down into the hole. It's the Phoenix's turn. The Phoenix is going to attack. It's going to fly up,
Oh.
not provoking an attack of opportunity.
Con. Or wisdom, sorry.
Oh, yeah,
That's a
wisdom.
fail.
Okay.
Let's see, 400 necrotic.
18.
You got it. So it's going to fly up. It does not provoke attack of opportunity because of how fast it moves. It's going to make an attack against Elvin. 24 to hit.
Yeah, that's
You see a bolt of lightning streak out from one of its wings as it clips you. You're going to take 27 points of lightning damage. The bolt beams down, hits Rocky. Make a dexterity save, Rocky.
I fail.
That's 27 points of lightning damage to you. The thing bounces off of Rocky and shoots out over
Benji.
to Benjamin. I need him to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, he failed, probably.
27 points of lightning damage.
He
It hops
howling.
from him up to Navena's bird.
Unless the
60 feet
save,
in the air.
save
Yep.
us a,
Okay.
unless the save is a 13, it does it.
Unless you would prefer, how far away is Lizica?
I mean, the bird.
You're closer.
The bird
Yeah.
is 60
5,
feet
10,
in the
15,
air.
20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Straight up.
so it'd be Lizica.
So,
Lizica, dexterity saving throw.
Oh, it's a 21, okay.
Alright, you're good, you take no damage. And the bolt of lightning stops streaking around.
Don't worry, guys, I stopped it.
I've noticed that your face is not like last week when he brought all that stuff out. You're like, oh, this week you're. Welcome to my neighborhood, kids.
The bird is going to continue its movement. It flies through Elvin again. He takes 9 points of damage. And it streaks down over here in front of Liz. It's not in melee, but it's close to you.
That's fun. Okay.
Navenna, you're up. Rocky, you're on deck.
Alright, I'm kind of far away, but can I see any control panels for this thing? Can I see any power
That doesn't really
supply?
look like a machine.
It doesn't look like a machine?
Nope.
Great.
There are wires coming from the orb that are feeding down into it, and there's like some panels around it that look like they might be, but they're down inside of it. But that itself does not look like a machine.
Okay. And I can't see. No, I wouldn't be able to see that. Okay.
You can see that it looks awesome. You see that part.
Yeah, it does. It
I
sure does.
noticed, and more than a
Yes, that is
little
the yawning portal.
terrifying.
Just waiting for the troll to come out of it again. So it's gonna be a robot troll.
Robot troll. That's a good idea. I don't have that many.
Time to invest.
Okay.
The brightness of the bird is looking much dimmer than it was before.
Alright. Well, I don't really have anything that would hurt it without damaging Liz fairly significantly. So let's not do that.
Go over and stab it with your dagger.
I can do those stabby stabbing.
I have a broom I use as a quarterstaff.
There you go.
Okay. We'll do the animates first, I think. So we'll attack with Oak against the Scorpion.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's probably not gonna hit. 14?
Nope.
Yeah. It's not very graceful. It kind of spins trying to hit it, and it just spins away. Now I'm going to attack with
movement?
Huh?
What's this guy's movement?
30.
I don't think that's enough. 10, 15, 20, 25. It's like just out of range.
Could you start moving it over that direction?
It gets literally right here.
Yeah. And I'm going to attack the prone robot over there with the pine shelf.
Sure.
And again, advantage because it's prone.
This poor robot, man. What did you ever do? All he's doing is try
I
to take a
don't
nap.
trust it. I don't
It's
trust
okay,
it.
I don't either.
So that's 22.
Yep.
15.
Sure.
15 damage. Okay. And so that's it for my animates, and I'm going to, I guess, try to hit the bird with Firebolt.
Okay.
Might as well.
Ooh. 15?
Nope.
Yeah, I miss, and I am going to send Tinsel over here, and she's still 60 feet in the air.
Okay.
And that's all.
Rocky, you're up.
Alright, my hunter's mark drops. So I failed to save.
So that's the hex?
Yeah, we put Hex on there. I call it a Hex
Alright.
accidentally. But that dropped.
I didn't drop it after you hit me with the claw attack, by the way. I've got to roll. 8 con check.
So is the bird in the air?
Yes.
Semi, yes.
How high in the
It's
air?
between 6 and 10 feet above the air.
Yeah, you'll be able to swing at it. So
You should be able to
Because
make
it has
too.
to get close enough to hit you guys. And it used a huge amount of movement to move all that time.
Yeah. Things fast.
Well, I need to use my action to pump in some healing. So I'm going to do 30 of lay on hands.
You got it.
And then,
in the red corner.
well, that's basically gonna be it. I'm just going to end my turn there.
Okay. Lizica, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna cast. 'Cause this thing looks like it wants to hit me. I'll cast Mirror Image. I'll cast that one in a little bit. So I create 3 duplicate illusions of myself.
Create 3 lizards.
3 more Lizzes. 3
He's gonna
times
get
the
hit by
Liz.
one of them, and as soon as it hit, chain tag.
Maybe.
It's taking a while.
That's your action?
It's going to find me.
Correct. I'm avoiding opportunity attack,
Sure.
staying out of its range.
You think?
It's true. But yeah, I think that's all I can do.
The scorpion is going to take another grapple or squeeze attack at the bench. That's a 17 to hit.
Definitely hits.
It's 13 points of damage. It's going to take
Alright.
another grapple pincer attack at it.
No, it's down.
Alright.
After the first one, it's down.
It's going to move. Let's see. Its movement is 30 feet. It's going to move 30 feet towards Navenna.
Fun. Yeah, makes it.
It's going to take a grapple attack at you. That is a 12 to hit.
Miss.
And it's going to take a sting attack at you as well. That's worse than the last one. So you see the scorpion tail stinger come bolting down with a streak of lightning at you, but clings into the ground. Skriznit, you're up.
I've been debating this.
We don't know where the R went.
Um,
It was just for construction.
Skriz is going to move up here.
Jump in.
Oh gosh.
And that was what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, yeah, about 30 feet?
Yep.
Okay.
Fuck you, McBud!
People's elbow all the way down.
He's moving up there, and he is going to cast. Now, with Vortex Warp, you can grab something and basically teleport them to an area as long as they're not squeezed into it, right?
They have to be on the ground though.
It has to be
unfortunately.
solid. As
Yeah.
water that they can stand on. All that. Okay. Is this? This is just a big pit right now. Okay, I'm just. Now, can you put them on the edge of the pit?
I would say no.
Okay. I'm going to cast. Oh my god, I hate doing this. Maybe I don't. You know what? Skriz decide. 1 through 10, 1 to wonder. Something else, he's gonna cast a spell. You son of a bitch, dice. Any other time, that's a 20. I'm casting 3rd level Scorching Ray. Cast a spell using 3rd level or higher. You create additional ray for each slot above set. Okay. So now it's 4 rays. So I'm going to shoot 2 rays at the bird and 2 rays at the scorpion. Since I have 4 now. Let's do 29, you little peckerhead. That's close enough. 24.
At what?
So we're gonna go 2 here first, and then 2 to the scorpion.
Two birds, two.
2 to the bird. So the first one, 24.
24 hits the bird.
Alright.
24 stop hitting where
21.
21 hits the bird.
Alright. Scorpion. 13.
13 misses.
And then a 25.
25 hits.
Nice. Alright. I'm using the Wonder Wonders as a artificer point of, so we're gonna go ahead and just do that. And I can only do it once. I'm gonna use it on top of the bird. That's 4 damage. And 2d6 for the first hit is 4, so 8. And then the second one on the bird is 6, so 14 total, right?
Yep.
14 total on the bird, and then I get to do
One more for this bird.
and then 7 on the scorpion.
Nice. You got it.
And then I'm going to use Fury of the Small on the bird again.
Okay.
That's another +4.
Okay. As the final bit of damage streaks into the bird, you see the searing rays actually rip the almost hollow shell that's holding it together apart and burn through the back side of it. The phoenix lets out another static shriek and yell and goes up into the air, and you see it like rain down lightning all through the room. I need everything in this room to make a dexterity saving throw. As these bolts of red and pink energy just start flooding all over the room.
You have your don't forget about your
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to.
bonus action. I still have my bonus action, right? Can I? I just want to ask this. Can I wait to see if anybody fails the roll before I give them bardic inspiration?
No.
No.
No, it's because like this is sort of reactionary to you hitting it.
Okay.
this thing died.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get a bardic inspiration.
So dexterity saving throws.
Dexterity saving throw.
18.
You're good.
15.
You're good.
Got 4.
That's bad.
Yeah.
I got 19.
You're good.
At least on that max
But
HP.
did this thing die?
Sorry.
It's okay.
Because it does play effect.
I got a 9.
It's a fail. Everything in this room that passed the dexterity saving throw, you feel that your body's filled with electricity, but then the arcs kind of go through you and pass out and bounce off of the walls. It doesn't seem to have any effect. It's like you guys found a way to ground yourselves. Lizica and Skriznet, you're both at 0. And the thing is dead. As the phoenix explodes in this burst of final energy, all the inanimate and remote objects in the thing, they immediately fail their dexterity saving throws. So the bits of furniture and stuff, they take a significant amount of damage. They're still here, but they are ripped through. The robots on the tables explode, and the scorpion also failed his save, and he explodes.
I feel like the Skriznet fall to the ground. Does he fall backwards into the pit?
I'll let you decide.
I will roll the dice. 1 through 10, he stays where he's at. Above that, he falls over. Oh shit! I rolled a 17.
He falls in.
He falls backwards, and as he falls, he goes, "I got the final kill."
As he's falling back, I need your familiars that are still alive to also make a dexterity saving throw.
He's dead.
You guys are not out of combat,
Didn't think so.
even though all the enemies
Fail.
are dead. We're going to continue the rest of the combat next week because we're not going to have time to do this next part.
Good thing I have advantage in death saving
Take a
throws.
picture of
Yeah.
the
Yeah. Good
current
point.
state of the mess.
So for everybody else, because we're going to let these guys that need to get home, we're going to wrap this up tonight, and we'll continue the fight with Ichabod in the Izzet Lab next week. Thanks everybody for tuning in, and we will be back to conclude this awesome 2-part boss battle next week.
Hey, okay, I gained it for the exploit curse, but yeah. Deuces, bye.
Do I have to roll for concentration?
No, your concentration drops.